What do you say, lovely? You want to come home with me?
This is not the pound. You act like you're taking home a Christmas puppy.
You get involved personally with your case, it backfires every time.
Hey, police! Hold it! You all right?
How can you love chasing after pimps? That's grim and depressing.
Last night at 3 a.m., you didn't find me grim and depressing.
They purchased her from a baby broker. The price was $35,000, cash.
Would you throw me out of bed on a cold night?
Well, the audience seem to like it. Now we wait and see what the vultures make of it.
The critics will love it. Oh, Josh, it's such a wonderful play.
Yeah, well, so's low maintenance, man. The reviewers ate that for breakfast. I still remember some of those adjectives. There was derivative, effete, pretentious. They were some of the better ones.
I thought cops were paranoid.
Baby, back in there is Paranoia Palace. Listen, if I start drinking too much at this party and insult the investors, will you arrest me?
I'd be happy to take you into custody.
Christine Cagney, defender of the peace and public morals. We thank you. Well, here's to the good things in life.
I'll drink to that.
Oh, I'm glad that is over. I hate first nights.
Oh, come on, you're wonderful.
Oh, sweetheart. What's wrong?
Driver, stop the car.
What's the matter?
The man over there is working over that woman.
Oh, Chris, can't you turn your back on that just for one night? Yeah, but we do have a first night.
Hey! Hey, police! Hold it! You all right?
I guess you better follow them.
Get out of the way! Look out!
I don't believe this.
Get out of the way! Stop! Look out! Hold it!
Okay, baby, be cool.
Get out! Against the car!
Be cool, babe.
Against the car!
Be cool.
Call for backup.
I'm innocent.
Car phone, will you?
Sure you are, sweetheart.
Baby, I'm just doing my job. I'm just doing my job.
I understand. Roughing up women is your job. Is that correct?
Come on, baby. You want some money?
I said quiet.
I got some
You'd be
money.
better off if you keep your mouth shut.
Come on, babe.
You hear me?
To the good things in life.
Baby, I'm innocent.
Be with you in a minute.
What?
It's not meat.
No, it isn't meat, but it gets all...
So is it vegetable?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes, grains.
Yeah.
Distillation.
Hey. Hey, how was the big night?
Started out great. And then it kind of went downhill.
I thought you were going to this big opening night party.
By the time we got there, the party was over.
What?
There was a felonious assault on 8th Avenue. I was stuck here for 2 hours booking a pimp.
Oh, Chris. Josh must have been disappointed, huh?
Actually, he was a pretty good sport about it until the guy threw up in his tuxedo.
Oh, Christine. Sorry.
Cagney. Nice out.
Thanks.
I liked it yesterday, too.
What?
I just up a little sleepover date, huh?
Don't kiss off, it's Becky. I wore my yellow sweater yesterday, didn't I?
Cagney Lacey, end of hen party. All right, there was a baby abandoned this morning at St. Joe's. As witnesses, go talk to them. See if you can find a line on the mother.
Yes, sir.
Dr. Malloy, please call extension.
We get a lot of abandoned babies here. The mothers are young, 15, 16, no money, no jobs. You get the picture? But this woman, she was no kid. She had plenty of money, jewelry and clothes you'd die for, and cash. She posted 5 $100 bills in advance for treatment.
She brought the baby in to see the doctor?
Mm-hmm. Complaining of lethargy. Said the baby was unnaturally quiet.
I should have only had that problem with my boys.
Dr. Lewis examined the baby. She's totally deaf.
Nurse Frederick.
Oh.
Come to OR immediately.
And at that point, the mother excused herself to go to the ladies' room, and she never came back.
And where is the little girl now?
Child welfare came for her.
Have you tried calling the mother?
The telephone number on the admitting form was the information desk of Port Authority.
Radiology, please call extension.
Thank you.
7, radiology.
The address and the work reference were fictitious as well?
The entire admitting form. The mother apparently thought the whole thing out beforehand. If the doctor had confirmed the baby was deaf, she was just going to dump her and run.
Nice, very nice. I think I've seen everything, and then I get a surprise.
Oh, are you something? Yeah, so what happens now, kid?
She'll stay here.
Oh, what is a gorgeous girl like you gonna do in a dump like this, huh?
We do the best we can, Detective, with very limited funds.
No offense, man, honest, but you ought to be in pictures.
Anyway, it's up to you now. If you can find the parents, and if you can find a judge to declare them unfit, then we'll put the girl up for adoption and hopefully find a family who wants to make a home for a handicapped child.
That's a lot of ifs.
We're looking for a temporary foster home. There's one coming up in 2 weeks.
2 weeks? Oh, 2 weeks is a long time, huh? Well, what do you say, lovely? You want to come home with me?
Mary Beth, you gotta be kidding.
Now, back off, Christine. I saw her first. This is our decision, her and me. And Mrs. Rosenmeyer. Would it be all right?
That's very irregular.
Oh, come on, Mrs. Rosenmeyer. I know you got some latitude in these matters. I'm a police officer with a husband, 2 kids, solid citizen. And we're only talking 2 weeks here.
Well, I'll have to get an okay from my supervisor.
Ask the question. Be sure to tell her that I was den mother for 17 Cub Scouts for an entire year. Yeah, me.
Are you out of your mind?
What's the matter?
You got enough pulling at you. You got Harvey, you got 2 kids of your own, and you got your work.
I won't fall down on the job, Christine.
That isn't what I meant.
Well, what is the matter?
I think it's unprofessional.
Unprofessional.
Yes.
Oh. You know what? She's afraid of what the guys will say. Yeah, Coleman and his Becky. You know, the lieutenant would never do a thing like that. Now she's worried that we will look like the bleeding heart women in front of the guys. Am I right? Look at her.
You want to get off it, Mary Beth.
See?
This is not the pound. You act like you're taking home a Christmas puppy. I mean, this is a little real person here.
Thank you, Christine. I'm aware of that.
Who's going to take care of her while you're at work?
Harv. Wait till you meet Harv.
Harv. Don't you think you ought to ask him first?
Harvey loves babies. Anyway, he doesn't have anything to do until the renovation of the Greenway thing next month. She's not going to be any trouble at all, are you? No problem at all.
Sure.
Yo!
Hiya.
Hiya, baby.
It's me. Harv, don't look. I got something. Just turn around, okay? Just turn around.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. Hiya, men.
Hi, Mom.
Come over here. I got a surprise for you.
In a minute, the show's almost over. What you got, an Atari? Oh, wow, she finally bought us
Get
one.
over here. Just stand by your father. Okay? Ready?
Ta-ta, ta-ta-ta-ta.
A baby. Oh, gross.
Where'd you get her?
She was abandoned by her very foolish mother, and she has graciously consented to stay with us for 2 weeks until she gets a foster home.
What's its name?
I don't know.
How about Atari?
Better for a boy. Is she something? I knew you'd love her. Say hi to Harv, huh?
No.
Hand her over. Come on, Harv, let me hold her. Let me hold her.
Okay, bye-bye, baby. Ayo, abudi-bidi.
Oh. I couldn't explain this to Christine.
What's that?
And I miss holding a little person like this in my arms.
She's a doll, all right. Oh, boy, diaper. I get it.
Harv? It's my birthday next month.
I know. Like vintage wine, better every year.
Yeah. But not any younger. I mean, we don't have forever on this lover. If we're gonna have another baby, we're gonna have to do it pretty soon.
Want to practice?
I don't know. It's a big decision. I just keep going round and round. I don't know for sure.
I guess I thought maybe that she could help us make up our mind, maybe.
Kind of like a trial run, huh?
Harvey, get the diaper.
Diaper.
You know, Petite Jolie, Jolie. Yes, they're the manufacturers. Yeah. Okay, I'll wait.
So where's the cops when you need them? I'm a taxpayer, you understand?
Josh. Oh, okay. Thank you anyway. Hi.
Do I take it from that dazed expression on your face that you have forgotten our lunch date?
Lunch? No. No, I didn't forget lunch.
Rubbish, you forgot.
I didn't forget.
What kind of a bloody twit do you think I am, Christine?
Sorry. I've been so involved in this case. The only lead I have on this baby is the clothes she was wearing.
Listen, let me take you away from all this, just for an hour.
Josh, I can't. I'm up to my bangs in this stuff.
Come on.
Why not? What are partners for?
See, well, I'm not gonna beat around the bush here, Lacey. Straight out, I'm telling you, I don't think it's such a hot idea.
Sir?
The baby. My 2 cents, you give her back now before you're in too deep. This is experience talking, Lacey. You get involved personally with your case, it backfires every time.
I believe I can handle it, sir.
Oh, good. Yeah, well, I thought I could, too. An assault victim, well, we dated each other for a while, and Well, look, Lacey, you think you're gonna be able to handle it the day you have to give the kid back?
It's only 2 weeks, sir. I'm set for it.
Okay. I can't tell you anything. You got all the answers. Just don't let it interfere with your work.
No, sir. Thank you, sir.
Champagne for lunch?
Mm-hmm.
What's the occasion?
Big news.
What? Oh, sorry, I'm on duty. What?
Oh, come on, Chris. You're not going to toast my big news with water, are you?
What the hell? Give me a splash. What is it? Tell me.
Well, I have just signed a deal to do a new play in London this spring.
Josh, that's fabulous. Break a leg.
Cheers, kid. So, how about it?
How about what?
Well, Tower of London, Hyde Park, long walks along the Thames.
Oh, wait a second.
No. You don't turn me down till you've heard the whole deal. You know, Chris, that since my divorce, I took a decision to keep everything, well, very light from now on, and I realized that I have been pretty hard to get close to.
Well, I'm not exactly the easiest person to get close to either.
Well, I thought this London thing would be a chance for us to get a bit closer.
You don't understand. I have a job. It's not just a job. I mean, it's my career.
Oh, sure. I wouldn't expect you to give up your job. Just come over for a couple of weeks while I'm casting.
I don't even get vacation time until July.
Yeah, but you could arrange something. Couldn't you switch with someone?
It doesn't work that way, Josh. I've got a partner. I have a caseload. This child abandonment business is on my mind. I can't just fly off to London. I wouldn't even be very good company right now.
Chris, how much of yourself can you give to your work? I mean, don't you think you ought to pamper yourself a little bit, live a little?
You don't understand. I love my work.
How can you love chasing after pimps? In a long dress and high heels? That's grim and depressing.
Last night at 3 a.m., you didn't find me grim and depressing.
get you back. Check, please.
What kind of milk are you using for the formula?
What kind? Milk from a cow.
Goat. It's closer to the composition of human milk. And you'll have fewer problems with allergies later.
Huh.
And don't neglect a good, healthy dose of liquid kelp.
Kelp.
That's processed seaweed, chock full of minerals. Not to mention how it simulates the sea-like condition of the in utero environment. And acidophilus for the promotion of friendly flora and to encourage elimination.
Oh, this baby doesn't need that kind of encouragement. Ask Harv. I'm sorry, Paul. I gotta go. So, how was lunch?
Why is nothing ever easy?
Now, don't sit down. We gotta go. I found the store. What do you mean?
Josh Richards is the most exciting man I've ever met in my entire life.
That's a problem?
He thinks my work is grim and depressing.
So in addition to being exciting, he's also observant.
We'll talk in the car.
Is it not the most precious? All handwork. Look, even the buttonholes.
Yeah, it's very nice. Do you remember who purchased this?
Yes, the mother. She adored this particular combination. In fact, it happens to be a favorite of mine, too. She bought everything in those colors for her little one.
You having the dress on her?
I'll check.
This is cute. Look at this. Is this adorable?
Oh,
Huh?
yeah. Oh, my niece would look great in this. Huh? Check it out.
Nice. There's no price tags on anything.
Oh, I have it.
Thank you. Mrs. Scott Jameson.
Mm-hmm.
I'll check the address.
These are cute here. How much are these here?
Yeah.
Oh, $24.
For 6.
For one.
Credit card number 707
Uh-huh.
552778.
Well, this kid has got enough of these for now.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Park Avenue.
That figures. We go? $200 for it's what, a $24? Michael's entire layout did not cost $224.
Michael got the better deal.
And you remember to warm up the formula. Harvey. Oh, come on here, Harv. I'm not treating you like a bimbo. Of course you remember. Yeah, and Harv, kelp, liquid kelp. K-E-L-P. Well, I don't know, Harv. A health food store. Yeah, okay. Okay. And kiss that little lovely for me. Yeah, bye.
Yes, Mr. Cotman.
I thought you ladies would be delighted to know that my clients, the Jamesons, are willing to cooperate with you 100%.
Well, how thoughtful of them. Between you and me, sir, we don't need their cooperation to make this charge stick.
There's no child abandonment here. The baby that was left in the custody of St. Joseph's Hospital is not my client's child.
What are you trying to do, Mr. Cotman?
I'm trying to be perfectly candid. You ladies have any idea how difficult it is to adopt a white, healthy infant in this city?
Yeah, we heard.
The Jamesons had been trying to adopt for nearly 3 years, and finally they found a source. They were promised a perfect child and accordingly took delivery. However, after several months, they found her to be defective.
Deaf, Mr. Cotman. The only thing wrong with that baby is she can't hear. Otherwise, she's perfect.
My clients don't regard deafness as a slight imperfection.
So they dumped her.
Mrs. Jameson left her in the custody of a hospital where she would be perfectly safe.
Well, kind of her.
I don't know why you're wasting our time here. We still got abandonment. An adopted child is no different than a natural child.
You don't understand. They never legally adopted the child. As I've been trying to tell you, it is quite difficult to effectuate a certain type of adoption in this city.
So where did this baby come from?
They purchased her from a baby broker. The price was $35,000, cash. Now, can we come to some sort of accommodation?
I don't understand, sir. We got the name of the baby broker. We got those people, Jamesons. They're going to cooperate.
So why can't we make the collar?
I checked this with the DA's office, and they're not entirely happy with the case.
How much more do they want from us?
They want us to find the natural parents of a baby that the broker has placed. Then, you see, we get a nice criminal solicitation in addition to the social services law violation.
I don't
I love
understand,
all the
sir.
legal smoke screens.
Hey, look, come on. I don't make the laws, so don't give me a hard time. Besides, I happen to agree with the DA's office. So we got a meeting with an assistant DA. 9 a.m., the three of us, tomorrow.
Tomorrow?
Yeah. And you can give her a hard time instead of me.
I can't go tomorrow.
Why not?
Tomorrow's supposed to be my day off. Josh rented a car and we were gonna go up to this inn. What am I gonna tell him?
Tell him you have to work.
That'll go over real big. You know how understanding he is about my work.
Christine?
What?
I hate to discourage you about a man, but maybe he's the wrong one for you.
Maybe everyone's the wrong one for me. Well, it must be me. I mean, if enough people tell you you're drunk, lie down. You gotta make compromises to be with a man, Mary Beth. I'm telling you, a lot of compromises. God, I hate compromises.
Delbert P. Jarvis, attorney at law. We've been trying to build a case against him for the past 6 months now.
Well, the Jamesons said they testify in court that they purchased a baby from him for $35,000.
Well, and a jury might not convict on that. What I want is for him to solicit a mother to abandon her baby. We did have a 16-year-old in Queens who was willing to testify, but...
Why do you say did have?
She disappeared off the face of the earth. Oh, we can't prove anything, but I think Jarvis either paid her off, frightened her away, or who knows.
Nice fellow we got here.
Jarvis's M.O. is to solicit indigent pregnant women at the welfare office.
Well, where do we come in?
I'd like you to assign a female officer to stand there. Pat it out to look pregnant, wait to be solicited. But we have to be very careful about entrapment here. Let him make the first move.
Can we get Rita Higuero?
Why not?
A blonde officer would be better.
Huh?
Blonde, blue-eyed babies go for the most money on the baby farms.
I'm not wearing any of those maternity dresses with the bows on them.
I'll send along a male detective as backup. A husband.
You have a blonde detective.
Oh, yeah.
Does he have to be blonde?
How's my blushing bride?
Going home.
Sounds good to me.
Where are you going, Miss Becky?
Home with the little woman. I mean, you're supposed to be pregnant tomorrow, so I thought...
See, that's your problem, Victor. Thinking.
Oh, you're back. There you go. Yeah, gorgeous. Okay.
Oh, I don't know what to eat. I feel like such a blimp.
You look spectacular. Doesn't she look spectacular, huh?
You're wonderful, Cindy.
I'm 3 pounds heavier than I should be.
So order the fish. It's great here. We'll order it dry, okay?
Oh, why not? It's just so confusing which diet to be on these days. I mean, first they tell you to forget about the carbs and to just eat protein.
Remember the water maven? The worst. I mean, nothing but meat and so much water, your kidneys were floating.
Now they're telling you that meat's going to raise your cholesterol.
What about cellulite? I mean, you should see these little orange rindy thighs.
Come on, Cindy. Last time I saw that glorious bod of yours, there was not an ounce of cellulite. Well, hang on there a minute. Before you get out the dueling pistol, Si, remember that your lady love did appear in the buff for me in that little avant-garde play we did off-Broadway a couple of years ago.
Yeah. Oh, I'm not jealous. I mean, do I look jealous, do I?
I love it when you do your caveman numbers, Si.
Oh, come on.
Oh, have you decided?
I don't know. I'm not real hungry.
Oh, don't fast. I mean, sure, you'll lose it quick, but you'll gain it back just as quickly, believe me.
I'm not dieting.
You're lucky. You don't have to be in front of the camera. You know, it adds 10 pounds. When I went out to the coast to do that picture with Clint, I asked for fresh salads in my dressing room. Well, you should have heard the uproar. I mean, you would have thought that I'd asked for my picture above the title. Every suit in the studio descends on me with cost sheets telling me that the picture had gone over budget. I mean, we're talking about a salad here. A little itsy-bitsy salad.
Why couldn't you just relax and enjoy yourself?
Was I rude?
You hardly said a thing all night.
Well, I'm sorry, but dieting is not my favorite topic of conversation. That woman babbled on for 45 minutes. It was the most exciting thing in the world to her.
You don't really like those sort of people, do you?
frankly, I find them very full of themselves and somewhat superficial.
Yeah, well, they're not as fascinating as cops.
Well, at least cops talk about real things.
Oh, yeah, sure. Pimps and junkies and drug dealers. I mean, that is a barrel of laughs.
Josh, I'm sorry, but I find it very difficult to deal with the things that I deal with every day and spend my entire evening totally consumed with her cellulite.
Chris, you can't live in the gutter just because you work there.
What's that supposed to mean?
Stop taking it home with you.
Where in the hell am I supposed to leave it?
What I'm trying to say...
Wait a minute. I see people who eat dog food because they can't afford a decent meal, and this bimbo's worried about taking off 3 lousy pounds?
Different people live in different worlds. It is possible to move from one to t'other.
No, how about selling children? Huh? And she is worried about having a salad delivered to her dressing room. Let me tell you something, pal. The next time somebody steals your bloody sports car, call an actress.
Yeah, well, it just might.
Wait a minute. Where are you going? I thought you were going to spend the night.
Yeah, well, under the circumstances, there doesn't seem to be a lot of point
What
in...
circumstances? I'm angry. I am not dead.
Not tonight.
Got a headache?
Oh, well, I guess I'm just not in the mood.
Josh, this just isn't going to work for you and me, is it?
Now, frankly, I don't find you all that appealing when you behave this way.
Really? Well, isn't that terrific? Good night.
It must be tough to do, though, with both parents working, huh? But you and Claudia are doing just fine, right?
I wouldn't go that far.
But what do you do with Lauren? Daycare?
Claudia's mother. Daycare, babysitting. It's the logistics that kill you.
That bad, huh?
You know the worst part?
What?
The only one who knows for sure if it's working out is Lauren, and she's too little to tell us.
Oh, don't worry. She's 13. You'll hear from her constantly.
Thank you.
Most important thing you can do for your kid is not to let him walk too early.
Beg your pardon?
Well, premature homolateral movement can cause severe switching in the cerebral hemispheres. You know, right brain, left brain. See that? His parents probably encouraged him to walk too soon. Ah, here comes mine, pot kettle now.
How'd it go?
Nothing. Hey, you, Josie.
So?
We stood in line for 6 hours now, one bite. I'll tell you, my feet are killing me.
Hey, Lacey, you got one terrific partner there. You want to trade? I'll give you Petrie and 2 draft choices. What do you say?
No, thank you, Victor. Six hours with this Becker. You must have had yourself a time.
Oh, he's not so bad. Actually, he's a good cop. Believe it or not, he thinks I'm very interesting.
You had a fight with Josh.
We just came to an understanding.
Yeah, what kind of an understanding?
He thinks actresses are more his type.
Oh.
Thanks. It feels so good.
Sorry, Chris.
Hey, I don't care. It's not a big loss.
Harvey's making his famous pot roast tonight. You want to come join us?
Nah, I think I'll go home and get to bed early.
Yeah, you look a little tired.
Yeah? Pregnancy will do that to you.
Mary Beth?
Hiya, gorgeous.
Hiya, baby. Oh.
Where's Jeannie?
Jeannie? She's sleeping. I thought you said we weren't gonna name her. make it too hard when we
have
to give her up.
yeah. It's just today I thought about her as Jeannie. You know, Jeannie with the light brown hair, like that song. Let's adopt her, Harv. Let's adopt her.
I thought we were babysitting for 2 weeks here.
Has she been a problem? She hasn't been any
Slow
problem at all,
down, Mary
has she?
Beth. Not for you, maybe, but what happens when I have to start work on this Greenway remodel? I won't be here to take care of her.
We did it before, Harv. We did it twice.
No. My mother did it twice. She starts a new job next week.
So we get daycare. We get a babysitter. How else does every other family in America manage?
Mary Beth, she's going to need special attention. The deafness. It's not a problem now, but later.
The schools, Harv. The special school. We'll all learn sign language. Oh, you don't want to do it?
Oh, Mary Beth, listen to me. She's a doll, and I am crazy about her. But you and me, we are finally getting to a stage in our lives. The boys will be self-sufficient soon. I mean, we'll be able to go places. We can do things.
If you don't want to do it, there's nothing more to be said. It's got to be a two-way decision.
Did you hear me say no?
She knows we're talking about her.
Jeannie.
Yeah.
Nice name.
Honey, either way, I love you. Okay, all right. We're coming. Harvey, think it over. 18 more years, she'll be out of the house.
What are you two, just gonna stand in line all day?
I'll handle this, honey.
You haven't completed these forms properly.
Oh, yeah? Sorry. It's kind of new for us. It's embarrassing. I've never been out of work before.
This isn't right, Joe. Let's get out of here, please.
No need for the missus to have false pride. Not in her condition.
Yeah.
Look, it's possible I can help you out. Really help you out. None of this Mickey Mouse government stuff. This guy's a lawyer. Helps people like you get back on their feet. I'll call him, tell him you're on your way over there.
Thank you very much.
How much do you need?
I thought you said that there was trouble in lending money.
I've also been known to say that it's much greater to give than to receive, providing both sides do some giving. There are a lot of fine people in this city, Joe. Rich, generous people. These folks have everything. Save for one thing. They don't have children. Legal heirs to their fortunes. And they're grieving for it. Little mother, you have something growing in your belly that these generous folks would pay dearly to possess.
My baby?
I know that may sound a little hard, but think of that child of yours growing up in a beautiful house with toys, clothes, college, computers. Think of yourselves now. You're young. You will have other children. This time, why, you'll have a $15,000 nest egg to see to the future.
You're saying you'll buy our baby for $15,000?
Cash. Plus all hospital and incidental expenses.
Did you get it?
Loud and clear.
Mr. Jarvis, you have the right to remain silent. If you give up the right to remain silent, anything you say can and will be held against you in a court of law. You have the right to an attorney and to have the attorney present during questioning.
Well, you should have seen Cagney, Lieutenant. She was great. Wide-eyed, sweet as pie. Then all of a sudden, bam! Okay, Buster, you're under arrest. I thought Jarvis was going to lose it right there.
Come on, Victor. It was no big deal.
I think you should get credit when you deserve credit.
Victor, enough already.
Well, the assistant DA is happy now. She's filing on Jarvis for conspiracy, child selling, and criminal solicitation. They got the one welfare clerk, and they got an investigation going to see if they find any others.
What about the parents?
Child abandonment and child endangering, we're bringing them both in.
Did you get the file on Jeannie?
Yes.
May I see it? Aunt Jessup. You're gonna arrest her?
Yeah.
I'll bring her in.
No, Lacey. The uniforms are making the collars.
Please, sir, I'd like to bring her in.
Lacey. You can forget it.
So what do you think? Should I cut a little more off the top?
Harv and I decided we're gonna try to adopt her.
Oh, yeah? Well, that's wonderful.
Lieutenant should have let me be the one to bring the mother in.
For what? So you can yell at her and threaten her?
I want to see her.
Mary Beth, you don't want to see her. It's only gonna make you feel bad.
I'm never gonna have any peace with this here. I don't understand it.
There's nothing to understand. Some people you can't understand, Mary Beth. Now go home. You don't want to be here when they bring her in.
No, I'm staying here.
You're going out of your way to cause yourself pain, my friend.
No. Someday Jeannie's gonna ask me, and I'm gonna have something to say.
No way. You keep that on my tab. I ask you out, you're my guest. Here's to fighting crime and pursuing justice. And if you don't know it, I'll hum a few bars. Isn't that good? You having fun?
I tell you the truth, I'm not used to girls taking me out on dates, especially not you. But I was surprised when you asked me out.
Is that good surprised or bad surprised?
What do you think?
I don't know what I think. I'm asking you. How do I know? You might find me grim and depressing and unappealing.
That's a joke, right?
I never joke, Victor. Let me ask you something. What do you really think of me?
Is this serious? Well, I think you're really a looker. I think you're funny. I think you're smart. And I think you're a good cop. Enough?
More.
You're scintillating, captivating, exciting, enchanting.
Okay. Now for the acid test. Are you ready? This is the question. Would you throw me out of bed on a cold night?
That is the joke, right?
It was supposed to be a come on.
Oh, I get it. I say yes and you laugh in my face, right?
Victor, do you want me or not? I mean, we are two consenting adults, so which is it? Your place or mine?
You got hurt feelings. Or something. You don't want me. Not tonight, at least. I'm gonna hate myself in the morning.
I'm Detective Lacey, Mrs. Jessup. They tell you you don't have to talk to me. I just wanted you to know that my husband and I have been taking care of your daughter.
I never really saw her, you know. They took her away in the delivery room. What does she look like?
Pretty. She's pretty. She's got big blue eyes, but I think they'll go brown. And a healthy appetite. Mrs. Jessup, did they tell you in the hospital that she's deaf?
I don't care. I want her back.
You gave her away, Mrs. Jessup. You sold her.
We were living in 2 rooms without heat. I already had 2 children. They gave me money.
Yeah, $15,000. You know, you should have hung around for the markup. When they sold her again, it was 35.
Shut up. I didn't really know her yet. Can't you understand that? She was just something inside of me. I want her back.
That's for a court to decide.
She's my baby.
What are you gonna do next time you can't make rent?
You're not gonna get her, you know.
I don't...
The courts always decide in favor of the natural mother.
Maybe.
She's mine. My Sarah.
Sarah?
That's the name that I gave her when I was carrying her. It's a pretty name, isn't it?
Yes, a very pretty name. Hey, lady. She needs more from you than a name. I hope to God she gets it. Yeah. It's Chris. Hiya. Thanks for coming. Sure. Sit down. Where's Harvey? Oh, he's getting her dressed. We got her a sweet outfit.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
So why don't you keep her till the trial's over?
Oh, the Bureau wants her in a foster home.
So fight them.
No.
Why not?
Mother is not so bad. You know, it's easy to judge, Chris. It's easy to judge. But how do I know what I would have done?
I know what you'd do. You'd eat dog food if you had to.
The court's not going to give it to me. I mean, the preference is the natural mother.
Well, you said she's okay, though, huh? The mother.
Yeah?
And you can keep an eye on her.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
You and Harvey really ought to have one of your own the old-fashioned way, you know it?
Yeah? Mm-hmm. Oh, Christine, I feel so sad.
Sorry, Mary Beth.
Mrs. Rottenmeier. What? Rosenmeier. Oh, come on in.
Officer Lacey.
Yeah, do you remember Officer Cagney? Harv! Mrs. Rosenmeier's here.
She looks like she's been very well taken care of. We really appreciate that.
So long, kid. Of all the gin joints in the world, you had to walk into this one.
I'll be thinking about you, Jeannie. Poor little thing, she can't hear a word you say.
That's what you think.
Bye, funny face.
There you go. And
bye.
Thank you. Have a beautiful life, Sarah.
Want a beer? Okay. We don't have a witness.
We have one very good witness. You.
What'd you say? You threatening me?
Is there something you're not telling me here?
No. Well, he was mouthing off at the precinct. He said some stuff to me, but like what? Nothing, the usual garbage.
Christine, did this man threaten you directly?
He's not gonna touch me. Because if he comes within 3 feet of me, I'll kill him. Integrated amplifier with 5-band equalizer, 100 watts per channel. Does that sound fantastic?
Sounds expensive.
It's on sale, $850 on 14th Street.
Christine, if you're asking me, $850 for a stereo is expensive.
It's state of the art, Mary Beth. Sign me in, will you?
Yeah.
Look at this. There must be 600 people downtown who do nothing but write memos. One thing about the police department, they stay in touch. Retirement plan, credit union, uniform inspection. Listen to this. Stress reduction encounter group. You love that?
That's this week.
What's a stress reduction encounter group?
Well, it says right here, helps you deal with job-related stress of police work.
Oh, well, thank you too much. I'd rather go skiing.
Do you have the paperwork on the Mendoza collar?
They can't do this.
Do what?
It's mandatory.
Oh, I saw that. Apparently, it's a pilot program they're developing citywide, all departments.
Well, I don't need someone telling me how to solve my problems, do you?
Well, there have been studies done to indicate that sharing your feelings about your work with colleagues is a very effective way of dealing with job-related stress.
When I'm stressed out, I jog. 3 miles, I'm spaghetti.
Cagney Lacey.
Talking about your feelings can't hurt you, Christine. Good morning, sir.
Lieutenant, have you heard about this stress reduction encounter group?
Yeah, what about it?
Well, we don't have to attend that, do we?
Yeah, it's mandatory. That's a very good idea, too, I think.
You do?
Oh, absolutely, Cagney, sure. They started it a couple of years ago on a voluntary basis, and I attended a few of them and I found them to be very helpful. Ah, there it is. Here, this is from downtown. Seems we got a problem here. Apparently you two have piled up an inordinate amount of overtime.
Oh, yeah. They impressed?
They're worried. It's fouling up the accounting system.
Well, what exactly are we supposed to do about this, sir?
Well, you take the rest of the day off today and a couple of 3-day weekends and everybody's gonna be happy.
Lieutenant, we have a very heavy caseload.
Look, I don't like this any more than you do, but you're screwing up the computer, so get out of here, will you, to both of you?
You mean go home, sir?
Okay, where you go, just as long as you sign out and disappear.
Yes, sir.
Well, couldn't we work and not put in for it? I mean, it's ridiculous. We're already here.
Cagney, what is wrong with a day off? Go to the park, go to the movies, go to New Jersey. I don't care where you go, just as long as you're not here today, because the New York City Police Department cannot afford to have you here. Okay?
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
I don't understand this department sometimes.
I I can think of worse things than a day off, Christine. I'll get it.
Compulsory days off, compulsory group therapy. So what are you gonna do?
I don't know. Maybe I'll clean out the closets. I've been promising to do that for months.
Why didn't you come with me to 14th Street? We'll go to the stereo sale.
No, thank you.
Mary Beth, these sound systems can be very sexy. Maybe spice up your marriage.
My marriage doesn't need spicing up. Thank you.
Think of it, Mary Beth. Harvey comes home. Johnny Mathis is on the stereo, oozing out 100 watts per channel. You slip into something casual, and Johnny's voice melts down the last of Harvey's inhibitions.
You've been reading trashy books again, Christine.
Always worked for me.
No. We're all sold out of that one, but take a look over here. Sweetheart, let me show you something. The frequency response on this little number is so awesome, it'll curl your toes.
Is that so?
Yeah, and I can give you a good price.
Like 850?
Hey, babe, you look like an intelligent woman. Let me level with you, all right? You wouldn't have wanted the stereo in that air. It's a piece of junk. I'm telling you. Trust me.
How much is this one?
Well, I don't have the exact numbers on it.
Hey, you look like an intelligent man. Take a guess.
Let's see. You're gonna want the 10-band equalizer, a cassette deck, at least 100 watts per channel. Offhand, I'd say maybe you're looking at $2,500 tops, out the door.
You always get people in here for an $850 ad and sell them something for $2,500.
Hey, babe, I told you we're sold out of the one you want. Come over, let me show you this, baby. Come. Hey, sweetheart, where you going? It's a good.
Please, George! I swear to God, I'm gonna punch you! Police officer, let me through! Let me through! Oh, my God! Police officer, hold it! Oh, my God! Wait, we'll get you. Somebody dial 911 for an ambulance. Sorry, honey. Hold it! Police! Out of the way. Police coming through! Hold it! Look out! Police! I said, hold it right there. Apparently you didn't hear me. Now drop that knife. I said drop it. Slide it over to me slowly. Farther. Slowly.
I hope this Encounter group doesn't get touchy-feely.
Hey, I hear they do it in the nude in California.
Fortunately, this is New York.
I do 100 push-ups every morning.
You're a wonderful person.
Hey, little guy. Lost? Let's check you for ID.
What's that dog doing here?
Just wanted in, Lieutenant.
Yeah, who's he belong to?
I don't know. Just came down with collar.
Well, call a pound. Have him come pick him up.
Pound? Hey, come on, Lieutenant. You know what the doodle meant, the pound. Let me try to find him a home. I'd take him, but my building doesn't allow pets.
Just make sure he's gone by the end of the day.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. I can take it from here. Cool.
Need a hand, Cagney?
No, thank you, Victor. Right over here. It's okay. Just move it, pal. All right? Have a seat. I said sit down. Your family know what you do for a living? Name? I asked for your name.
I thought you said I had the right to remain silent.
I'm not asking for a biography. I just want your name and address.
How would you like to spend the rest of your life missing some major parts of your anatomy?
What'd you say? You threatening me?
Oh, well, I wouldn't do that to a police officer. That's illegal, isn't it?
Look, you want to give me your name now, or I'll throw you in the tank and we'll go over this again tomorrow. I really don't give a damn, so what's it gonna be? Charlie?
Stokes.
Spell it.
S-T-O-K-E.
Yes.
Stokes. Here it is, Darrell Stokes. He was arraigned yesterday afternoon. Bail set at $5,000.
That's all? For a sleaze like that? Come on.
Well, you know how the game's played, Detective. I asked the court to set bail at $500,000. The defense says send him home on his own recognizance because he's such a nice guy. And the judge comes up with something in between.
Well, I wouldn't call $5,000 somewhere in between.
So the judge was in a hurry to play golf.
Or maybe you're not good at playing the game.
Hey, look, don't come in here and...
Feldberg, I need you to go back into court and ask for higher bail.
$5,000 is pretty standard for a case like this.
Did you look at his yellow sheet? Come on, armed robbery, attempted rape?
Yeah. No convictions, cases drop before trial.
Yeah, right. And I talked to the investigating officers on those cases. They think Stokes has been intimidating witnesses into refusing to testify. Hell, he threatened me in the precinct.
All right. How am I supposed to know that? You know, it makes me wonder, though, if you're so concerned about this case, how come you weren't at the arraignment? Judge Comiskey's chambers, please. I need to talk to his clerk. So where were you?
My lieutenant sent me home. I've been pulling too much overtime.
You're kidding. Hello, Elliot. Todd Feldberg from the DA's office. Hanging in there. Listen, I need to petition for an increase in bail on a Darrell Stokes. Yeah, I'll hold. So what are you doing? Bucking for sergeant? Or you just a glutton for work? What was that? Well, he's a lucky man. Yeah. See you around, Elliot. Well, Cagney, this conversation can now be classified as academic.
I beg your pardon?
Stokes posted an hour ago. He's out of our hands until his court date.
You believe these witness statements? News vendor says she didn't see anything. Street worker says he saw nothing. This one's great. What stabbed me? I was reading my horoscope. Got no witnesses. I'm telling you, Mary Beth, the victim had charged admission. We could have paid his hospital bill.
We have 7 witnesses we haven't even talked to. Not to mention the fact that you can ID Stokes. We got a victim that can testify. What's a big deal? We got a dead man case here.
I just hope it's not a case where the victim doesn't want to press charges.
Not everybody in the city of New York doesn't want to get involved, Christine.
No, just 8 eyewitnesses to a stabbing in broad daylight.
Cynical. You go funny over the damnedest cases.
You tell me that you saved my life. That's good.
How you feeling?
I'm okay, I guess. The doctor says that next week I should be out enjoying the swinging singles life.
He didn't have to say where you could find it, did he?
Well,
Mr. Gelband, you mind telling us what happened?
Well, there's not much to tell. This guy just pulled a knife and told me to give him my wallet.
Did you?
Yeah, I didn't want any trouble.
And then what?
Well, I only had $5, and the guy starts ranting and raving. The next thing I know, I'm stabbed.
Mr. Gilbert, we're going to need you to testify.
All right. Whatever I can do to get this guy off the streets, right?
Well, so we certainly appreciate your attitude. Miss McGilban, you get some rest, and we'll talk to you later.
Listen, if Daryl Stokes should try and contact you or intimidate you in any way, I'd like you to call me immediately.
Radiology, call extension 372, please.
What'd I tell you? It's a dead bang case.
Okay, you're right. Stop gloating.
We've broken down the squad into small groups of people who work closely together. You all know each other well. What you can't say out there, you're free to say in here. There's no rank in this room. What is important to know is that there's nothing wrong with talking about your problems. Nothing wrong with having problems. It doesn't make you any less a person or any less a cop. Now, for starters, why don't you tell me what a typical day in this precinct is like? It looks like attending this group is going to be more stressful than your job. So who'd like to start? Bird, why don't you begin?
My day is... usually, well, I usually start my day... I get a jelly donut, usually, from the little place across the street. That's first...
Now, have a good jelly donut there. Everything is very fresh, especially the custard.
Well, the custard is good, too.
Have a good cherry tart, too. Oh, I'm sorry. It's not my turn to talk, right?
Oh, no, Mary Beth, it's okay. The idea is to talk whenever you have something to say.
Well... that's all I really had to say.
Anyone else have anything they'd like to talk about?
Yeah. I've got something I want to get off my chest for a long time now.
Yes, Victor.
I think Barry Manilow is an underrated performer. I mean, maybe he's not hip or highbrow, but he sings the songs the whole world sings. I used to like Victor Moon. Now there's a voice.
I don't understand why you're so gung-ho about this group encounter thing.
I wouldn't say I was gung-ho. I just think it's a good idea, that's all. It's not healthy for us to keep our feelings all bottled up.
I thought you shared your feelings with me, Mary Beth.
I do, Harv.
Yeah, well, it seems to me if you got a problem, you should talk to me about it.
Oh, honey, there's nothing wrong with talking about what I'm going through with people that are going through the same thing. You understand that, right?
Yeah, I guess. Just gonna be talking about police work then, right?
I don't know if it'll only be about that.
What do you mean? You're gonna be talking about me and the kids?
That could come up, yeah.
Oh, no, Mary Beth, I don't want you talking about me in front of strangers.
They're the people I work with, Harv. They're not strangers.
Well, to you, but to me, they're strangers, Mary Beth. There are certain things between a husband and a wife that should not be talked about in front of other people.
Like what?
What do you mean, like what?
Like what?
Like our sex life.
Why would I want to talk to anybody about our sex life?
Well, that's exactly my point. Well, what's so funny?
Maybe I should tell them about that time we went to the Halloween party, remember? You dressed up like a frog? Remember when we got home?
I was very tired, Mary Beth.
Oh, he was so tired. He was too tired to change out of his costume, but not too tired to hop over my side of the bed, right?
I don't think that's funny. Good night.
Harv.
What?
Ribbit.
Ribbit, ribbit. I just got a call from the hospital. The nurse went into Martin Gilban's room this morning and found him gone.
Did anyone see him leave?
No, you better go check his apartment out, see what you can find.
I don't think we're going to see Martin Gilban around while Stokes is loose. I bet we don't have a witness.
We have one very good witness. You.
Marty came home about 1 o'clock in the morning.
Are you sure of the time?
Oh, positive. I was watching Wait Until Dark. You know, Richard Crenna and Jack Weston were trying to warn Audrey Hepburn about that maniac, Alan Arkin. That's when I heard the noise in the hall.
What noise, ma'am?
Well, I tried to wake my husband first, because he was asleep next to me on the couch. I mean, it's like that every night, every single night. I don't care what the movie, a spy movie, a tearjerker, cowboys and Indians. 10 minutes into it, he's out cold.
And about the noise, ma'am?
Oh, well, I knew Marty was in the hospital, so I thought someone might be robbing his place. So I looked in the peephole, but it was only Marty walking into his apartment. Boy, they sure let him out of the hospital soon, don't they, these days? Listen, Audrey Hepburn is blind in this picture, see?
I
And
remember the picture.
Oh.
About the noise.
Well, it was just the slamming of a door. But by then, Audrey had already knifed Alan, so I figured I was safe. I walked to the door, keeping one eye on the TV, of course.
Oh, of course.
And when I opened the door, Alan lunged at Audrey. I let out such a scream that my husband fell off the couch. I guess I scared poor Marty to death because he just picked up his suitcase and left. You should have seen the look on Audrey Hepburn's face.
Was he alone, Mrs. Antonell?
Who?
Mr. Gilban.
Oh.
He's scared, Mary Beth. He is scared and he's running.
Think Stokes got to him?
Who else? It's his M.O., isn't it? Stokes calls Gilban up at the hospital and says if he doesn't keep his mouth shut, he'll cut him up to ribbons, or words to that effect. Gilban runs. Stokes is a pretty scary guy.
What do you mean scary?
Well, he's about 6'2", weighs about 200 pounds, and he doesn't have a particularly pleasant personality.
Is there something you're not telling me here?
No. Well, he was mouthing off at the precinct. He said some stuff to me, but like what? Nothing, the usual garbage.
Christine, did this man threaten you directly?
Mary Beth, you cannot take every threat seriously.
Christine, you
Lieutenant,
cannot
tell
pretend
her.
that this is
I
like a
haven't
regular
got
threat.
time for this kind of argument. This man is suspected of harassing witnesses. You're going to be protected until I know differently, like it or not.
Lieutenant, please.
No more discussion, please. You take the squad car, you drop her home tonight. I'll have 2 men waiting outside her lot.
Happy to, sir. Keys, please.
Hello? No, I'm sorry. There's no one here by that name. Yeah, well, next time use the phone book. Did you dial right? What? Oh, Mark, I'm sorry. I know. I thought it was the wrong number. A what? Oh, it's just been a sort of rough day. Yeah. And tonight, I'd love to, but no, the place is a mess now, and I'm in the middle of redecorating. Yeah. The truth is, Mark, I'm not up for company tonight. Yeah, another time would be great. Okay, yeah.
No, ma'am. Well, when we hear from him, we'll certainly let you know. Okay. Thank you, Mrs. Gelban.
Don't let the dog in.
Sorry, sir. We just got off the phone with Martin Gelban's parents. They haven't heard from him since Christmas.
We're checking all transportation that left the city.
Not necessary anymore. I just got a call from the medical examiner. Gelban's body was found in an alley this morning. We got an APB out on Stokes now. Homicide squad's handling the investigation, and they'll let us know anything they find. In the meantime, I suggested you concentrate on making your case against Stokes stick. Because if we can't tie this murder to Stokes, then all we got to put him away with is your case. And I assure you, the DA is going to want a lot more than your testimony. What we need is more witnesses.
Well, uniforms have taken all the witnesses' statements, and nobody saw anything.
Go on back out there. Keep on interviewing. Somebody might change their minds.
Yes, sir. Lieutenant, shouldn't somebody notify Gelban's parents?
No, that's a good idea. You do that, Lacey.
Yes, sir.
Out. Out. Sitting is good, too.
Did you see the stabbing that happened here Tuesday, around 11:30? I said, did you happen to see the stabbing that happened here Tuesday around 11:30?
No.
Oh. Thank you.
Let me understand this. A man is being stabbed less than 30 feet away from you. Now, surely you remember hearing or seeing something.
Things like that happen all the time. I don't pay any attention. I mind my own business.
I guess if it was you being robbed, you'd be singing another tune, huh?
You want a paper?
No. Thank you.
What? Nothing. It's like it never happened. How about you?
Always amazes me the effort people take to avoid getting involved.
We wouldn't be going through this at all if they hadn't let him out on bail in the first place.
One of the most stressful aspects of police work is the inability to turn the job off once you get home. Let's talk about that tonight. Mark, you want to start?
Some nights I get home, and I look at Lauren, it's my daughter, and I get angry that she's going to grow up in the world I just left. I almost want to quit and move to Colorado.
I know what you mean. First time I had pictures taken of my daughter, I called them mugshots.
Coleman, I didn't even know you had a daughter.
You never asked. Her name's Betty. She's retarded. She goes to a special school.
I'm sorry.
No need to be. She's a lot happier than a lot of kids I've seen.
I love to party, but I hardly get invited anymore. People start smoking dope or something. I gotta leave. What am I gonna do, bust my friends?
I gave up going to parties a long time ago. It's hard for me to be around people who aren't cops.
When my daughter was little, she wanted me to wear my uniform all the time. Watching TV on my day off. When she was old enough to understand what a policeman does, she didn't want me to wear the uniform at all.
Claudia tells everyone not to call when I'm working. It scares her to hear the phone ring when I'm not there. It's crazy, isn't it?
No, Harv, is the same thing. I mean, we have this understanding that if I'm on stakeout or something late at night, I never tell him when I'm coming home, you know, so that he won't wait up all night, which he does anyway.
Chris, you said very little since we began these sessions. Maybe you'd like to add something to this.
No, not really.
No one's going to force you to say anything if you don't want to.
Fine.
Her and I are working on a very frustrating case right now. None of the witnesses want to get involved, you know, usual. And we think maybe the suspect is watching Christine.
It's no big deal.
That can be very frightening.
I'll tell you what it is, the drag. Every time I turn around, I got somebody watching me. Perp or cops. It's done a number on my social life.
Are you sure that's all you feel about it? People who've experienced that type of thing often talk of feeling invaded, even raped.
Well, not me. So don't worry. Because he's not going to touch me. Because if he comes within 3 feet of me, I'll kill him. I swear to you, I'll kill him. Because nobody does that to me. Nobody.
It's me, Petrie.
Mrs. Stokes.
You okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. Was it Stokes?
Petrie. He's gone.
Well, how the hell did he get past you anyway?
I'm sorry.
Sorry, too.
Come on, we'll walk you back down.
Hey, look at this.
Looks like he's been here a while.
Do you want coffee or not?
Excuse me, Lieutenant, there's someone here to see you.
So this dog belongs to you, huh?
Yep. Sit, Ralph.
You know, you could have lost him for good.
He was outside the candy store when I went in to buy some comics. When I came out, he was gone.
If he was wearing dog tags, we could have called you. Now, you make sure you get him a tag. Because this dog is your responsibility. You know, he can't take care of himself. That's why he needs you. Now, maybe next time you won't be so lucky. You understand me? And he should be wearing a collar, too. Does he have a collar?
Thanks.
Don't suppose he has a leash either. I didn't think so. Why'd you take this one?
Thanks.
Matter of fact, why'd you take the whole bag? There's a rubber bone in there and some, fire hydrant and some dog treats.
Thanks.
Oh, don't mention it. You make sure you take good care of that dog. You got it?
Got it.
Homicide's report on Gelban turned up empty. There's nothing to tie Stokes to this murder.
Guy sure knows how to play the game, doesn't he?
All we got is your testimony, Cagney. If that doesn't go down, Stokes walks. Which is why last night's incident was pretty stupid.
He was on my roof, Lieutenant. I had to do something.
I wanted you to do something, then I wouldn't have put Petrie and his Becky on you.
Well, I didn't feel like waiting around to get carved up.
Yeah, so you preferred making yourself visible. Nice, easy target, right?
Hey, I'm a cop.
Not in this case. You're not. In this case, you're a witness. And right now, Cagney, you're the only witness that we got. So please try and remember that.
What was that all about?
It was nothing.
Don't tell me nothing.
Stokes was on my roof last night and he got away. There's nothing more to tell.
And you didn't call me.
It was late.
That never stopped you before.
Mary Beth, I just don't want to make a big deal out of this.
The crazy who's trying to kill you was on your roof, and you don't want to make a big deal. Thanks a lot, Christine.
Miss Becky and Petrie were there. They scared him away.
Oh. So, how long you gonna keep up the strong and silent routine?
Don't start with me.
Don't tell me, don't start, Christine.
Mary Beth, I know what it is you want to say to me. You want to talk to me about always being very closed up and that I should open up more and talk to somebody, right?
Close.
Well, not everybody deals with their problems the way you do, Mary Beth. I am not you. I do not need to talk about everything. What I need is to stop making this case any bigger than it has already become. I am fine. I am really okay. What I need is to find this guy and go back to leading a normal life. That's all. Okay?
Cagney, you got plans for dinner tonight? So you'll have dinner with Lacey.
Where did LaGuardia get this one?
1957 in Greenpoint.
We are talking long shot here.
Oh, here they come.
Is that good chili or what?
I don't know. My taste buds are still in shock.
I told you, get the mild one. You still liked it though, right?
I think it's the finest $2 chili in New York City. How'd you find this place?
Oh, Hart found it. You know, he can sniff out good food like nobody's business, Hart.
Yeah, I know that.
Hey! Hey, you creep! Leave go the look! Petrie, get on him! Got my gun! Christine, you all right? Huh? Let me see. Jeez.
Hein.
Here, just a second.
Damn it!
Here, take this.
You will leave that.
Louse. You sure you're all right?
Yeah, I'm okay. Just let me wash it off.
Okay, just take it easy now. Get up.
I'm fine.
Slowly. Okay. Okay.
Damn.
Come here. You sure you're gonna be okay?
Yeah, fine.
All right, take it slow. I'm gonna call it in.
All right.
Hold it! Right there!
Put the knife down, Stokes. Lay it down.
Drop it!
You have the right to remain silent. If you give up the right to remain silent, anything you say can and will be held against you in a court of law. You have the right to an attorney and to have an attorney present during questioning. If you cannot afford one and so choose, an attorney will be appointed for you without charge before questioning. Do you understand those rights as I have told them to you?
You should have been there. It was great. We set this guy up like you wouldn't believe.
Christine and I come out of this restaurant, and this guy tries to grab for her pocketbook, and then he winds up hitting her.
Yeah, that punch looked so good.
He really hit me hard. Where did you get this guy?
From Vice, they make the best crooks.
But she was wonderful. She was wonderful. No, you weren't. You were wonderful. She never batted an eye. She didn't miss a miss. She never gave it away. She was spectacular. Nothing else.
I didn't do anything, honest. It was all LaGuardia. He thought it up. Let's hear it for LaGuardia! You should have seen look on Stokes' face. But LaGuardia comes out of the stall.
He couldn't believe his eyes. A nice guy like me in the ladies' room.
Sorry, I don't know why I'm doing this.
That's okay.
I don't know. I guess I'm just sort of glad it's over.
Go on.
I just kept seeing this face in my mind, you know, and I just waited. There was nothing else I could do except wait. And I felt very helpless. It's like I lost all sense of that I had no control, and he had taken that away from me. You know, he had no right to invade my life the way he did. Nobody has that right. It's my life. It was my life. I hate feeling scared, and I couldn't, there wasn't anything I could do about it. I can't stop thinking about it and about him, and I just hate him for that. I just want to get the picture out of my mind, and I need to go on with my life. Is that too much to ask?
You think the second whip can walk in and take over just like that?
They could learn to love this job.
You look right at home behind that desk.
What was a woman that pregnant doing in a squad room? I want her out of here today.
You know what's bugging Nelman? Pregnant is not a good image for one of his detectives. Get your tail back here.
You know, you're real cute when you're angry, Cagney.
You're on some sort of power trip.
I think you ought to stop right there, Petrie.
Don't try muscling in to impress the department.
I can bring you up for insubordination, detective.
Cagney, 3 strikes and you're out.
You weren't there. I didn't have a choice. You did have a choice. You had a choice about getting pregnant.
Central, this is car 211. We are transporting a male prisoner to the 14th squad for questioning.
This is Detective Victor Ispecki. That's I-S-P-E-C-K-I. Be advised, this is a homicide suspect. He is a major mob figure. Please advise the squad commander to be available.
Car 211, this is Central, okay?
Victor, you realize that's a monitored frequency? We're gonna have to fight our way through the press.
Gee, Marcus. Must have forgotten.
Okay, one picture, folks. Is Becky, detective? Can I ask you a question, please?
Weapon? What did he use?
Detective,
folks. Easy, guys.
Listen,
come on.
Just want to ask you.
What about the murder weapon?
If Griffin was hired by the mob to kill Conrad Price, why didn't he skip town?
I'm sorry. It's inappropriate to comment on an ongoing investigation.
You think this arrest will get you a promotion, huh?
Well, I hope so. I hope someone downtown's paying attention.
Could you make that no comment?
Sergeant
Bowman. I want to book Mr. Griffin here for homicide.
Okay, homicide. Hey, it's Becky. It's Becky. You owe me one.
Hey, send me in 15 minutes, Cal, huh?
Wait, what happened? Happened over
What call? It was real guard.
You got everything?
Well, if I don't, it's too late now. It's just a joke.
Yeah. Let me see if I forgot anything here.
Lieutenant, we've been over every case twice, including the patrol guide.
Well, what do you think? It's that easy, Cagney, huh? You think the second whip can walk in and take over just like that?
I'll learn by doing it, Lieutenant. You can only brief me so much. Besides, your vacation started yesterday. You're not even supposed to be here this morning.
Yeah, well, I thought I might have forgotten to tell you something.
Lieutenant, why don't you get out of here?
Well, you know what I think, Cagney? Man's vacation time is his own business. It's a free country. A man should be able to take a vacation if he wants to, or not take one.
Well, you'd accumulated 12 weeks, Lieutenant, and they're only asking you to take 2.
So what, am I lucky?
What did you finally pick? Mexico, Hawaii, or the Caribbean?
My sister in Buffalo.
Oh.
Well, you know, all those other places, Cagney, you gotta have, special clothes for them.
That's true.
You know, I'm just not the vacation type.
Great job, great job. Hey, Lacey, did you hear the good news?
Sergeant Cohen made an announcement. Congratulations, Victor.
What can I say? Griffin thought he got the best of it. He thought he gave us the slip, but he didn't know who he was up against.
I'm sure he did. It's a good collar, Victor.
You should have seen his face when I read him the rights. It turned green. The guy knew he was going away for a long time.
It's exactly what he deserves.
And let me tell you what else. The simple part of it is it's a grounder.
We've got an eyewitness who swears he saw Griffin shoot Price. So we use that to make a deal with Griffin, and we move up to the big fish.
Hey, what do you mean we? Who made this collar anyway?
Who backed you up? Who drove?
Hey, thanks and goodbye, guys. This is my ticket to Detective First Grade, and it's only the beginning. Oh, I love the sound of it. Captain is Becky.
Wasn't that a 50s TV show?
It's Becky. Great collar. Congratulations.
I do have my moments, don't I? Hey, I'd be glad to save you some clippings for your scrapbook.
Well, why don't we just all take up a collection? Get the guy a press agent.
Hey, Cagney, with a face like this, who needs an agent?
Aw, you're more than just a pretty face, Victor.
Yeah, and I got a world-class body, too.
With an ego to match. It's a good collar.
Get a plumber in here.
All hail to the King of Cawdor! The raven himself is horse who trumps the painter legs in some Duncan under the specimen. How now, Drax? Dead full of dust! Raise an exaggeration, Johnny. Handle caught by hand. Come! It makes sense, I see thee not. And yet I see thee still. Art thou a dagger of the mind? Or art thou a baggage from the Jabra?
Kazak's in court all day tomorrow. So is Ellison. That's going to leave us short if the Sadowski raid gets a green light.
Put Newman on it. He can work with Pappas and Aspromonte.
Pappas thinks that Newman's a hot dog.
I know that. Maybe goose Pappas a little.
I like the way you think, Sergeant.
What else we have?
A couple of details. Webb and Petrie both put in vacation requests. If you approve them, initial both copies.
Okay.
She's Claudia's favorite niece, and she'd really like us to fly down to Tampa for the wedding.
Oh, here Florida's so pretty this time of year.
Oh, what a rogue and peasant slave am I!
Say that again.
Probably will.
Oh, what a rogue and peasant slave am I! We did not box this way here, but in a fiction.
Oh, right. God is in the details. Uh-huh. Well, I'll remember that. All right, thank you again, Captain. Goodbye.
I'm bad for half a day on the job. Your partner already scored points in major cases.
Yes, Detective, come on in.
Sergeant Coleman says you're batting 1,000.
Ah, Mary Beth, I could learn to love this job.
You look right at home behind that desk.
I better be. I'll be living here for 2 weeks. What you got, the felony assaults?
Yeah, I ran him through the computer as soon as I came in.
Sounds like fun.
If you think I work hard, Sergeant, you should see my partner.
No kidding. You really tried to climb a building on Fifth Avenue?
I lie to you, Stagger.
What are you going to book him for?
Nothing. He thinks he's King Kong. I call Bellevue.
I get it. The doll is Fay Ray.
F.A.O. Schwartz.
Can't kick her out, but I like it.
You would. Come on. It's Becky, right?
Yeah. Oh, sir.
You did a nice job nailing Teddy Griffin. Very slick.
Thank you. I thought so, too.
Since when do you have to run the whole precinct? I told you to stay out of the
What do you written an appointment to see my client?
I don't care if you got a note from your mother. Stay in the working area over here.
Over here!
What the hell is...
Thank you, Marcus. Nice timing, Newman. You all right, sir?
Wait, please. Come on, clear this way. Are you all right?
Yes, sir, I think so.
Sit down, detective.
Very
That's an
good.
order. What happened?
Nothing.
You are in charge here, Sergeant. It's your job to know.
Inspector Nelman, I did not...
I want to see you in Lieutenant Samuel's office now. There is no excuse for what happened out there. I don't care how busy you were, you should have been on top of it. And what the hell is a woman that pregnant doing in a squad room? I want her out of here today.
Nothing happened, Chris. I'm not hurt. I get pushed around more every day in the subway.
Yeah, well, Nelman doesn't care. He's afraid of a lawsuit. He wants you on maternity leave, Mary Beth. Sorry.
Regulations say I'm entitled to work as long as it's okay with my doctor.
And the department. Nelman says in this case he is the department, and he can override regulations in the interest of, quote, Detective Lacey's safety and well-being, unquote.
My well-being? What's that? That's a laugh. You know what's bugging Nelman? Pregnant is not a good image for one of his detectives. My well-being. That's not fair, Christine. I'm doing my job.
I told him. I showed him the pattern you discovered in the felony assaults. It's like talking to a wall. Look, I know Nelman's being a pig. But there's a good part. It's probably better for the baby if you were home. Give you time to shop for her. Hell, you could even do your Christmas shopping or... The whole squad knows you're a good cop, Mary Beth. This isn't gonna change you.
I'm gonna work out the rest of the shift, okay?
Mary Beth? He says no. I want you out as soon as you clean your desk.
Don't you let anybody mess with my desk. I want it exactly the same when I get back. Well, what's the matter with you, huh? You don't know how to close the door?
Charlie, it's just been a hell of a day. I don't know when I leave. I'm gonna get it up to you as soon as I can. Yeah, all right, I'll try. I'll call you when I leave. Okay? Bye. Yeah, hey, Coleman, where are those old files on Teddy Griffin? Yeah, today would be nice.
Gentlemen, first round is on me.
That's the reason to celebrate right there.
Well, I made the car of the year. I might even be talking to buying 2 rounds. Come on, Marcus. You don't have to finish that now.
I'll be done in half an hour. I'll meet you at Flannery's.
Don't be too long. Might decide to close his wallet and open his mouth.
Keep talking, Newman, and you're buying.
Hey, guys. It's so lonely around here without your smiling faces. What do you say you hang in till your shift ends?
Sorry, my fans are waiting for me down in Flannery's.
Gentlemen, I'd love to look the other way, but my watch says that you got 23 minutes left.
Your watch talks too much.
Come on, Sergeant. All you have to do is close your beautiful blue eyes and pretend you never saw us.
I've been trying to do that since you got here, Newman. I need 3 DD5s from you, Specky, and I need 2 from you, Newman.
Tell you what, after my party, I'll give you anything you want.
Becky, get your tail back here.
You know, you're real cute when you're angry, Cagney.
Sergeant Cagney.
Hey, you're not pulling rank on me, are you, Sarge?
That's exactly what I'm doing, Detective. You owe me some paperwork, both of you. So get on it.
Yes, sir.
Meatloaf was terrific, babe. Best you ever made.
I had all day to do it.
Honey, I know you wanted to keep on working.
Well, mostly for Christine Hart. You know, with Lieutenant going all that responsibility, she needs somebody there who knows her.
She'll be fine. You said she couldn't wait for Samuels to leave.
Yeah. What do you think, Harvey? Think I ought to fight the thing?
Oh, honey, I don't know.
Nelman should not be allowed to get away with it. Maybe I should go over his head or to the union, maybe, huh?
You know how those things are. It could take weeks. By then, you'll be home anyway. Huh?
Yeah. Yeah, that's what Chris said. Relax, go along with it.
Yeah. Oh, honey. I know you got a lot of pride. I do, too. I mean, I would hate it if it happened to me. I would. I just don't know if it's worth making yourself crazy. Huh? You remember what the doctor said when you got pregnant? It could be more risky now.
He said I'll be okay as long as they keep on checking me, make sure the cancer doesn't come back.
All I'm saying is, I'm glad you can take it easy now. Hmm?
Well, there's one nice thing. You and I can have a little more time together before we're on the baby's schedule.
Honey, it's only 7:30.
We will tell the children we're going to bed early because I need my rest.
Mm-hmm.
We could have gone to Flannery's. It wouldn't have bothered me.
No, I'm tired of Flannery's. This place is fine.
Hey, look, I'm under doctor's orders, but you don't have to handle me with kid gloves. I can watch other people drink.
Good. Scotch.
Diet soda. Well, so, how's it feel being one of the suits?
Some parts are great, some not.
Hey, Chris, I'm absolutely tickled pink about it. I never thought any kid of mine would be a head of a squad of detectives.
It's only temporary, Charlie.
Sure, sure. For now.
You notice how she couldn't wait to crack the whip? I bet you Cagney planned it all day.
You're the one who tried to leave early, Victor.
Yeah, but she sure took advantage of it.
Typical.
Admit it. You have trouble taking orders from a woman. You all do.
You gotta be kidding. I love women. Ask anybody in my little black book.
Everybody who grew up with my mother and my 4 sisters had to become a feminist.
Right. That's why you mentioned Cagney's eyes.
So I'm a feminist and a nice guy.
It wasn't nice, Newman. It was, come on.
Hey, I do not have a problem working for a woman. I think women can be very competent.
In certain jobs?
Once they learn how to deal with power.
I'm sure some women make terrific commanders.
When they're not out to prove something.
I will work for a woman any day, as long as they have their hormones under control.
Oh, no. Hey, Tommy Lafferty called me today. He told me the 14th colored little Teddy Griffin. That's not exactly Bush League, you know. He could make you look very good.
Becky thinks you started a great case.
It's hard to crack a hitman. But who knows, maybe you could turn him. The boys downtown would notice that.
I'm not sure that Griffin's guilty, Pop. I'm just not convinced that he shot Conrad Price.
What are you talking about? You've got an eyewitness, right? And 100 people who saw Griffin eating dinner with Price.
That's what's bothering me. Why would he let a whole restaurant full of people see him with Price when he's planning to hit him right outside?
Griffin is a contract killer. He's with a man his people don't like. A second later, he's dead. Now, who the hell else could have done it?
Griffin says he was walking towards his car after leaving Price. He heard the gunshot a few feet away. He said he turned around. There was a large man wearing a ski mask running away from the body. But he says he thinks the man had a gun.
Oh, you didn't fall for that garbage, did you? Now, Griffin's got, what, 9, 10 hits to his name? He's smart enough to learn to lie to save his neck.
I think that's the thing. He's been so good at covering his tracks, we've never been able to nail him. Now, why would he mess up this one?
I don't know. But I do know that putting Griffin away is a public service. Now, you listen to me, Chris. You go around claiming that Griffin is innocent. You're not going to do yourself any favors.
Sorry. I keep meaning to buy a new one of those.
Other than that, it's a great way to get up.
Hi.
Or not get up.
Don't tempt me.
Just said the magic words.
I'm glad you called last night.
Me too. I wasn't expecting an invitation to come over.
I know it. That makes it better.
Want to try for terrific? I'll be in LA almost 2 weeks.
Well, I'd love to. But the boss can't be late. And I'm the boss. Bye.
You think it's Freudian? I always seem to fall for women who get out of bed before I do.
That's because you never want to get out of bed.
And Griffin was apprehended in Brooklyn yesterday after a high-speed chase. On Tuesday, Channel 3's Samuel Friedman talked with Robert Salinas, who witnessed the shooting.
You saw the crime committed?
Oh, yeah, man. I'm an eyewitness. I saw it happen, man. I saw the guy run right by me.
You heard the shots?
Well, it was one shot, you know, and
There was only one shot.
That's what I heard, yeah. Then the guy came running out, you know.
Can you describe it?
Well, he was bald.
Did you see the gun, Mr. Salinas?
No, I didn't see the gun. He probably threw it away, you know, but it sounded like a 45, you know. I know a lot about guns, man. My brother Julio, he found a gun one time under the fire escape. Say, is this going out into the tri-state area, man?
Oh, good morning to you, Sergeant Cagney. Yeah. Good morning to you, Josie.
I think my picture's a little small, but I can live with it, huh?
What the hell is this?
Great piece, huh?
Oh, it's terrific.
Well, Cal Davis wanted an exclusive on Griffin, so I gave it to him.
Without clearing it through me.
How about that? Must have forgotten about it.
Oh, too bad, because it would be in your folder with a reprimand.
What are you making such a big deal about?
You go to the press and talk to them in full detail about an ongoing investigation, and you shoot your fat mouth off about this great eyewitness of yours.
Salinas, he's money in the bank.
Oh, really? Did you see this morning's news? Any of you gentlemen happen to see the news this morning? Well, as Becky's eyewitness was on it. And there isn't a jury in the world who would believe him.
You're crazy.
A 2-year-old could have seen through the interview as Becky. Salinas is no eyewitness. His story was all over the place. The reporter was telling him what he saw. Griffin's attorney will take 3 seconds to tear him apart.
Cagney, this is my case. Don't try muscling in to impress the department.
And I can bring you up for insubordination, detective. I want you and Petrie to check into other angles. When did you talk to Price's widow?
She hasn't returned our calls.
What about the ME's report? What's in it?
Well, we haven't got it yet. There's some flu bug going around the ME's office, so they're backed up.
So lean on him, Petrie.
Well, this isn't our only case, Sergeant.
Look, we arrested a suspect positively identified as running away from the body. A known killer with a good motive. We nailed him within 48 hours, right by the book. Now, no further investigation is necessary. Griffin did it. So why don't you just take it easy, Cagney? Go find yourself a new boyfriend. Maybe it'll put you in a better mood.
Hey, Victor.
I'm telling you, I want you to continue investigating, Detective.
What is it? Your time of the month or something?
Newman and Carrasa. As of today, you will take over the Price homicide. Make sure these two give you all the papers. Okay, let's play it back. Here we have Conrad Price and his widow. His widow, who's a good 20 years younger than he is. Sheila Price did not seem particularly grief-stricken when questioned, nor particularly cooperative. Upon leaving, the masseur arrives.
Acupressurist, one Kerry Donahue.
Fine. And then later you find out she has a standing appointment with this guy, right?
Which she hasn't missed since her husband was killed. She claims she needs the treatments for stress.
Appears to me that he's relieving her stress rather nicely, I think. So what's the history on the marriage?
Second marriage for both parties. Price was a widower, no kids, big bucks.
He met Sheila Lunsford on St. Croix 5 years ago, married her 3 months later. Marriage looks pretty solid since then.
On the outside? Is Price as rich as he looks?
Probably richer. The widow wouldn't give us any details on the will, but I'd give good odds she's chief beneficiary.
Okay, find it out. How much does she know about her husband's business?
Not much, if you believe her. She had no idea who Teddy Griffin was or why he was having dinner with her husband that night.
Cagney, I got a message for you.
Yeah, wait a minute, Colm. But it's possible that Sheila Price knew that Griffin was a hitman and she and Donahue set him up to take the fall. Is there anything unusual in the autopsy?
No, except Price had lousy coronary arteries. Whoever killed him probably didn't have to bother.
Cagney.
Wait a minute, Coleman. Give me a minute. Traces of fiber recently acquired found under the fingernails of both hands of the victim.
Where does it say that?
In the margin, there's a note right here, Newman. If they didn't send a sample of the fibers over to forensics, get it now, because I want to find out what it is.
It's kind of a long shot, isn't it, Sergeant?
It says recently acquired, Carrasa. Price was shot at very close range. It could have grabbed onto anything the killer was wearing.
I'll sit on the lab till we get an answer.
Cagney, I think you should pay attention to this.
Coleman, what is it?
It's more like, who is it? Tried to warn you he was on his way.
What the hell is going on around here? I'm waiting for the paperwork on Griffin, and you're off playing Kojak with your detectives. Tell me something, Cagney. Are you intentionally trying to blow this case, or are you just that stupid?
Inspector,
The arrest was made. We finally got Griffin with his back against the wall, and you're screwing it up.
Griffin may not be guilty, Inspector. The eyewitness is not reliable.
Why don't you let the DA worry about that? You have other responsibilities. You're no longer a detective. You're running the squad now, Sergeant. You better learn where your priorities are.
Yes, Inspector.
How you do your job reflects on me. And you're not gonna make me look bad. You got that, Cagney? I was glad to hear it when you made sergeant. We had our differences about Hennessy, but I always thought you were a good, smart cop. I mean, I'm all for the right women making it to the top. I thought you had what it takes. But I could be wrong. I'm warning you, Cagney. Get your act together. 3 strikes and you're out.
Yes.
Nothing special. Just thought I'd see how you were.
Fine.
That's what they all say.
I'm not in the mood for a stand-up routine, Newman.
I'm sitting down.
Don't push it, okay?
Listen, we've all been working hard lately. Why don't I buy you a drink tonight? Maybe a couple.
I'm sorry, what?
You may not be aware of this, but I know more dirty limericks than any other living human. You can try to come up with one that I don't already know.
I got a lot of work to do, Newman.
I can also listen. If you have anything you want to talk about.
Some other time.
Sure. I'll see you around the squad room, Sarge.
Excuse me. Coleman says you haven't approved my vacation request yet, and Claudia's niece called again last night. Now, she needs to know as soon as possible.
I initialed it this morning.
Thank you.
Petrie? I'm sorry about what happened on the Price case. I know you are an innocent bystander, and you can't be responsible for your partner's attitudes.
Look, Victor was way out of line. But you were wrong to take the case away from us in front of the whole squad.
I don't have to answer to you, Detective.
I know you're ambitious, and I can understand because I'm ambitious too. But now, you're on some sort of power trip.
I think you ought to stop right there, Petrie.
No! Go ahead, discipline me. But I have to say this. You're over the top, Sergeant. And if you don't see it, the rest of us do.
Maybe what you see, Petrie, is that I passed the sergeant's exam higher than you did, and I'm sitting at this desk and you're not.
You didn't hear a word I said.
Christine.
Hi.
How you doing?
I'm terrific, Mary Beth. I'm sorry I came by so early.
No, I've been up almost an hour. Harvey had to leave by 6:30.
Well, I've been at Forest Hills all night, taking out Conrad Price's wife.
Oh, you must be exhausted. Let me make you some breakfast.
No, nothing for me.
No, I
I'm
made a
hungry.
Spanish omelet for Harvey. I got green peppers left
No,
over.
no, coffee.
It'll
That's
only
all
take
I
me a
want.
minute.
Coffee. That's it. Listen, I think Teddy Griffin's telling us the truth. Somebody else killed Price. His widow was sleeping with a kid named Carrie Donahue. He parked his car around the corner last night, and he didn't leave till 6 o'clock this morning.
How about pancakes? I'm making them for the
He
boys.
also happens to fit the physical description that Griffin gave us of the killer. The motive is money, I'm sure of that. His widow, Sheila Price, she's getting over $1 million off the estate. And I know you're going to tell me that all the evidence is circumstantial, but it's cumulative, Mary Beth.
Why don't you sit down, huh?
Oh, thanks. What I need is a link between Donahue and Price, besides the wife. Now, the ME's report said that there were fibers found under Price's fingernails, probably picked up from the killer. So what I need is to connect that with Donahue, and then I can get him and the wife. I don't have to worry about his Nelman.
How much coffee you had the last 12 hours? Sit down and relax a minute.
Yeah.
How's everything down in the squad room?
Mary Beth, I need some feedback here.
How's Charlie doing? Did you pick out his Christmas present yet?
No, I didn't pick out
saw-
a present. I've had other things on my mind, like this case, which I'm trying to talk to you about.
Oh, I thought this was his Becky's case. His big deal collar.
All right, I took his Becky off the case. I reassigned it to Newman and Carrassa. His Becky was insubordinate. He's lucky I didn't charge him, actually. He got stubborn and started shooting his mouth off at me.
So what else is new?
What's that supposed to mean? That I'm the bad guy because I beat up on poor Victor?
No, Chris, I didn't say that.
I had every right to take him off the case. I could have done a lot more to him, too. I don't want anybody else telling me how I'm supposed to handle things.
Chris, I understand how you feel.
The hell you do. You weren't there.
I didn't have a choice. I was sent home, remember?
You did have a choice. You had a choice about getting pregnant. It's not like it was an accident.
That's my business, Chris.
And it becomes my business when I lose a partner. You know, you never even talked to me. I had to hear it with everybody else.
Christine, I'm having a baby. I'm on leave, maternity leave. I'm not retiring.
Yeah, well, you were thinking of retiring last year.
That was last year.
How do I know you're not still thinking of retiring? I gotta go, Mary Beth. Sorry.
I am not retiring.
Sergeant, I got what you wanted on the Price homicide. Tried an answer out of the lab, and you won't believe what was under Price's fingernails.
Try me.
Ostrich leather. Forensics thinks it might have come from a jacket.
Ostrich leather sounds like something you made up, Newman.
Scout's honor. According to my sources, ostrich leather is rare and expensive, and only a few places carry stuff made out of it. A jacket could cost a couple of grand.
Sheila Price could afford it.
Exactly what I was thinking.
There's more good news. His landlord says the boyfriend's in the hospital, a hernia operation. So now he's not going to be around for a couple of days.
Oh, that's not too bad.
Yeah.
Okay, Petrie and his Becky, I want you to help Newman and Carrassa check out retail outlets for ostrich leather. Oh, Newman, apply for a warrant first. Then I want you to check out Donahue's apartment and the locker at his health club.
If he had a jacket like that, he probably threw it away.
I met the guy. He's not the type to throw away a $2,000 jacket.
Sergeant, I think this is a waste of time.
Nobody asked you, Miss Becky.
Thought we were off the case.
You're assisting Newman and Carrassa. What are you doing here? It's after 7 o'clock.
Yeah, well, I was going to meet Shirley and take in a show, so I went to the deli for a bite. Had some time, so I came over here. Bet you $10 you haven't had lunch yet.
No bet.
Well, we got your chicken salad for protein. We got your rye bread for energy, sliced tomatoes for vitamin C, coleslaw with carrots for your eyes, and a pickle.
What's a pickle for?
Fun, Cagney. Remember fun?
Vaguely. How much do I owe you?
No, it's on the house. We sergeants got to take care of one another.
Thank you, Coleman.
Enjoy.
It's nice.
Always wondered what it'd be like sitting in here.
Well?
We got a big zero on the leather jacket. Only 3 places carry them. No one sold one to anybody like Mrs. Price at Donahue in the last year. We didn't find anything in his apartment or in his locker.
Where's Newman?
Chasing long shots. My shift is over, and I am out of here.
You know, when I first took over the desk, that was the hardest part.
What?
You're not one of the guys anymore.
I hate to give up, but I think the jacket's a dead end. There's nowhere else to look.
Okay, well then go home. Come back to it tomorrow. Thanks.
Night.
Hey, Newman.
Yeah?
You think Donahue could be working more than one health club?
I checked. The receptionist at the Body Beautiful says it's a rule. He sees their clients only.
Thanks. Night, Newman.
Night.
No women allowed in here.
I'm Sergeant Cagney, 14th Squad. I'd like to ask you some questions about one of your members, Kerry Donahue. You know him?
Yeah, he's bad news. If he's in trouble, I'd love to help you out.
Honey, it's over. Harvey.
Stay tuned for the 11 o'clock news with a weather and sports update.
I always forget the end of that picture.
Because you always fall asleep, sweetheart.
Chris. Hiya, Chris.
Hope it's not too late.
Oh, we're still up. But I'm on my way to bed. Good night.
Night, Harvey. Mary Beth, I came to tell you that I was sorry about this morning. I lost my temper, and your personal life is none of my business.
Yeah, well, you got that right. That's my family, Christine, not my job.
Well, I was out of line. And I am happy for you, Mary Beth, about the baby. And I'm sorry if I didn't sound like it.
You know what's funny about babies? When they're inside you, you feel different about each one. Harvey Jr. was like a mystery, like a surprise package I couldn't wait to open. And Michael felt kind of like an old friend. But with this one here, I feel peace. Like everything's gonna be all right. I don't know why, but he's somebody that I'm supposed to make a safe place for. And he makes me feel safe. Like I'm gonna be around for a long time.
You don't have to explain to me.
What? I'm talking about babies.
Okay.
You want a glass of milk or something?
If I need scotch.
Oh, sure. Oh, it's nicer.
Oh, thanks.
How's the case going?
I broke it tonight. Griffin is not guilty. And, I was right and everybody else was wrong. So I'm gonna bring Donahue in tomorrow.
It's fast work.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Oh, thanks. I feel like hell. This job is hard enough for a man, Mary Beth. You add to it the flack they give a woman, it's almost impossible. Maybe I'm just not cut out for it. Or maybe I just have to settle for being a great detective.
Now, you listen to me, Christine. You are a great detective, and you don't have to settle for anything. You're gonna be very good at running the squad. It takes time, is all. You're getting used to it still.
Yeah, you tell that to Nelman.
Nelman? What does Nelman know? He still thinks a pregnant woman is an eyesore, should be kept hidden in the house. Nelman. You're better than he is, Christine. You're smarter than he is. You got more nerve than he does. And you'll be better with people, too. With a little more practice. You can go as high as you want to in the department, Christine. And you'll be doing it for all of us. Make up for the Nelmans.
You know, if I gave the Price case back to his Becky, he probably wouldn't even be grateful.
Huh?
If I let his Becky share the collars with Newman and Carrasas, I bet he wouldn't thank me.
Well, Victor's manners are not the best, it's true.
Manners? You should have heard him in the squad room. He was rude, he was obnoxious. He got everything he deserved.
I'm sure he did.
How's your phone?
Go ahead. You know how late it is?
Hello, Victor. I just knew you'd be up.
Well, let me tell you something. People who go to see a shrink want that to be their private business.
They bare their souls to me. And that's not all.
Mary Beth, you can't believe the look in his eyes.
What is it you want?
You and Harvey, you had a courtship. You had a heart-shaped bed, for God's sake.
We will use it, Harvey, to make our life better somehow.
If you have the right attitude, you can enjoy sex with almost anyone.
Oh, don't worry. I'll make you proud.
I'll buy a cheap in nature. Sounds I run water in the bathtub. You'll think you're in Walden Pond.
It could turn out to be a lot of fun.
And a good hot Monday morning to you for what promises to be another scorcher as our fall heat wave continues. Water shortage rules are still in effect. And once again, Con Ed urges us not to use our air conditioning during the peak midday hours. Of course, if you're caught in trip...
Eggs ready yet, Mom?
In a second, sweetheart. All right, Alice, you ready? There. Harv?
Yo.
Honey?
I haven't got all day, you know. Hey, untie your mouth, young man. This is your mother here.
I can't get it started, Harv.
Is it plugged in?
Honey?
I'm just checking. Honey, I see the problem. Come here.
Watch her.
You see this little light here?
Yeah?
That's timer automatic. You gotta put it on manual and reset it. I'm telling you, kiddo, we got a machine and a half here.
The light is still on, Harv.
Which?
The one by the auto ease timer bar.
Oh, yeah, I see. Well, maybe you gotta push it twice, huh? Lights out. Hey, guys, get ready for the fluffiest eggs you ever had.
Now all the lights are out. Maybe I should just cook this up the normal way, Harv.
Oh, come on, honey, you gotta have faith in the machine. Who said progress is easy?
There'll be a couple more seconds.
Maybe you gotta put the timer on and then push manual, huh? Oh.
So yesterday, Harv says he's going out to get his Sunday paper. 20 minutes later, he comes back home with a brand new, state-of-the-art microwave oven.
Whoa. That's some new sand you got. What's the occasion?
None. It's just that now he's working steady. Harvey likes to surprise me. This machine is a great deal more advanced than Lieutenant's, Christine. It can make a meatloaf in 13 minutes.
I can buy one in 2. Whoa. How am I supposed to know what to pack for this weekend? Last week was autumn. Today it's summer.
This is the weekend of the trip, isn't it?
Well, it isn't the trip, Mary Beth. It's just a trip. It's a little jaunt. It's absolutely nothing special.
Uh-huh. When are you leaving?
Thursday afternoon.
Buckle up.
Okay. David is crazed about this Stratford Arms place. The Kennedys slept there, the Roosevelts slept there, the Rockefellers drove by.
When was the last time you took a day off work?
2 months ago. I took in a Yankee doubleheader. They lost both of them.
You know, it sounds nice, Christine. A little quiet place in the country, just the two of you. Alone, no traffic, no telephones. Nothing but fresh air to breathe. It sounds nice.
Sounds just as nice to stay home and breathe fresh air conditioning.
You're such a romantic.
It's just that it's been a long time since I spent 4 days with anybody, you know?
I think it's a little like riding a bicycle. You'll remember how.
Oh. Nice, kid! Love the ear gloves! Why don't you show me?
It's too hot.
Did you see that?
No, Christine, I missed it.
Please.
Oh, hey! Christine!
Hey, Solomon!
I know. You picked this case because you knew I'd be here.
The only reason.
Well, let me tell you something. You're one lucky woman. Come here. I just picked up a Cherry 59 Nash Rambler, red vinyl seats that fold all the way down, huh? Comfort, romance, great shocks. And I happen to be free tonight.
Oh, Mick, I'm sorry. I'm busy. I'm just sick about it. So what do we have?
Usual stuff. Easy entry. Lock was picked, alarm system cut.
Doesn't look like they were in any hurry.
Yeah, well, they just took small stuff. You know, CD player, tape deck, stuff like that. Nothing that couldn't be carried. Christine. You should hear Johnny Mathis in the Rambler.
Mick, you're hyperventilating.
Ladies.
Ah, excuse me.
May I help you?
Dr. Saunders, I presume.
That's right.
With a PD.
And some micro cassette tape recorders that I use to tape my sessions with. Very expensive.
You psychiatrist?
Marriage counselor. They also managed to take Olga's jewelry.
Olga, she your wife, sir?
For all intents and purposes.
Is that a yes or a no?
Well, we don't believe in the parchment of marriage. Our commitment is internal, not external. I take it that you're married, Detective.
Yes, sir, I am, sir. 17 years, externally as well as internally.
Congratulations. Olga and I are together 23.
Congratulations.
You have any idea when this burglary might have occurred?
Sometime over the weekend. We were at our house in the Hamptons.
Anybody know you were out of town, sir?
My patients, I informed them, my answering service, relatives, friends.
Well, we'll need a list of your patients, doctor, to run through our computer, check for criminal records.
Hey, let me understand you. Because someone sees a therapist, they're automatically a criminal?
Because they knew you were out of town, they're automatically suspects. But you're welcome to put your friends' names on the list if that would make you happy.
You're asking me to violate a sacred trust with my patients. For what? A stereo? Some tape recorders? This is a matter of ethics.
Maybe the doorman will know something.
He's got some attitude, considering he's a marriage counselor.
I thought it was refreshing.
He's not even married.
So? You got a male gynecologist.
And as the heat wave sizzles into its third day, a special message for those of you sitting comfortably in front of your 8,000 BTU window air conditioners from Mayor Ed. He says, turn them off and suffer with the rest of us.
Yeah, that feels so good. All right, who wants it next? $1 for the first 5 minutes, 50 cents every minute thereafter.
Yeah, Esposito. You just got here. Already you're in business.
Oh, come on. It's the free enterprise system. What are you, some kind of communist?
My last partner had class.
Well, so do I. It's mostly lower, but class.
Oh, yes. So refreshing.
Maybe they got the security code and punched their way in while the doorman was napping.
Well, you're moving up in the world. You got a call on a high-tone burglary. Doctor on Park Avenue.
We know that. We were just there.
Impossible.
Doctor's orders, 1038 Park Avenue.
Close, but no cigar. Dr. Roberts, 1053 Park Avenue. Hey, if either of them is a dermatologist, maybe you could ask him to recommend me something for a nasty little itch.
Looks like the old thermometer will be topping 100 again today, so just in case you hadn't noticed, it is hot. We all know what that means, but just to be sure, Con Ed is reminding us that prudence is advised during those midday hours. In other words, get those suckers off!
And besides my telescope, they got my videotape camera, which I use in my practice. Go away for a weekend, what happens?
You photograph your patients?
I tape them. Extremely useful in sex therapy.
Picture this, the Rambler humming across the Verrazano Narrows. You prone in the passenger seat. A gallon of great wine at your feet.
I would rather be set on fire.
I was out of town for the weekend. This has never happened to me before. I feel so violated. You ready for the worst part? All my fertility gods gone.
Fertility gods, doctor.
Whatever works, detective. You know, I think the Incas were onto something. Sex is mostly in the mind. If you have the right attitude, you can enjoy sex with almost anyone.
Listen to this man.
You said almost.
If you'll excuse me, I better check my service. It could be an emergency.
We're finished here for the time being, anyways. If you change your mind about that list of clients, please give us a call.
Oh, no can do. They demand discretion. They bare their souls to me. And that's not all. Oh, my God. The videotapes. They must have taken them, too.
So what do we have? Another doctor? Same neighborhood.
That man is not what I call a doctor.
Well, it says doctor on his diploma. It's not a character reference, Mary Beth.
I don't care what the diploma says. The man's a licensed peeping Tom. What
What kind of an emergency could a sex therapist possibly... Never mind.
I'm sorry. I thought it was the perp.
When it's hot, a body perspires.
Yeah? Well, I handle a line of stuff that works magic.
I'm allergic to toiletries.
No, it's hypoallergenic.
Thank you, Dr. Saunders. Absolutely confidential, yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Burglary 61-5 Grand and over. You want to take this year or the year before?
How about 3 names with addresses from our Dr. Saunders?
Get serious.
Olga wants her jewelry back.
So much for ethics.
Power, influence.
Supply, demand. The free market knows no favorites.
We'll go back another 5 years and run it through again. Yes,
Clear the memory banks. I'm sorry, Inspector, we're in a rush here.
The good detective knows the value of in-depth research.
Becky, you and Petrie, homicide.
And blind luck. It's all yours.
Lieutenant!
Can't have them all, Cagney.
We're overloaded as it is, Christine.
Yeah, a couple of 2-bit burglaries.
And 3 car thefts and a narcotics and 2 missing
Fine.
persons.
Basil, put this in. Stacy Carlisle, 536. He's...
What is that? What's the
Power
matter?
fluctuation.
Excuse me, Sergeant. Let me take a peek for you. Oh, yeah, this is classic. You see, the surge suppressor couldn't take the sudden drop in voltage. These babies are very sensitive. They only operate within a certain tolerance, you understand? Now, it's obvious the backup power failed, and that's why I never trust these things.
Just as I'm starting to put his name through, the damn thing breaks down. I want to pick up the whole machine and just heave it through a wall.
Speaking of computers, Chris, I don't know how to tell you this.
Just shut your eyes and say it real fast.
It's the weekend.
What happened?
Computer foul up. Something happened with my credit card. Our reservations were never confirmed.
Oh. Oh, hey, that's all right.
No, it's not all right. I was really looking forward to getting away.
So was I.
Just the 2 of us. Alone.
We can be alone in the city.
It's not the same.
Could be better.
I wanted to see some greenery.
So I'll put on the aqua sheets. Look, I'll stock my place with orange juice, bagels, champagne. It'll be great, believe me.
Chris, we are so wrapped up in our own lives, we don't have time for each other. We need a change of scenery. A place in the country where we can talk.
We talk.
We argue.
We do not. Look, I'm going to take the day off anyway. I'll buy a tape of nature sounds. I'll run water in the bathtub. You'll think you're in Walden Pond.
Chris, I'm serious.
So am I.
My God, I hope the whole city's not blacked out. I think it is important for us. We need to change it. No fair.
The lights may be out in Georgia, but the Big Apple's gonna have bigger troubles if you don't get those appliances off now. And, Mom, that means those electric toothbrushes, too.
Now, let me see if I got this straight. You want me to help you get a court order so you can subpoena the records of 3 patients from this Dr. Saunders?
Well, there are extenuating circumstances.
Meaning?
The computer is down, sir.
Oh, that sounds like good reason to throw off the civil code. Didn't you ever hear of doctor-patient confidentiality, privileged communication, something in that ballpark?
And any idiot can hang out a shingle and call himself a therapist these days.
You're such an expert on therapy, huh, Cagney? Well, let me tell you something. People who go to see a shrink want that to be their private business.
Sir.
As far as I am concerned, those doctors' records are off limits.
We are not interested in anything but checking for priors, so we don't want any information we couldn't get off a computer.
What did you do before we had?
So I forgot Samuel saw a shrink.
Well, it's cooler down here anyways. Of course, it's very comfortable out in Fresh Meadows. You and David make other plans for the weekend yet?
He left a message. Suggested the Poconos.
Oh, the Poconos are so romantic, Christine. When Harvey and I went there for our honeymoon, we had a heart-shaped tub and the bed had pink sheets. We saw red buttons. He looked exactly the same as he did in Hatari.
Sounds fantastic. That was 17 years ago.
So the mountains are still there. Speaking about getting lucky, Christine, Carlisle, Stacy, arrested,
convicted and put on probation 2 years ago.
For what?
Bigamy.
Not exactly public enemy number one.
Yeah, maybe not, but get a load of this. Dr. Roberts, the peeping Tom, he testified at this man Carlisle's trial. Tell me that's a fluke.
Dr. Roberts called. Remember to ask him about a prescription. This heat's really hard on sensitive tissue.
He's a sex therapist, Coleman.
Well, speaking about sensitive...
Ask your wife about it. You call Roberts. Oh, I can call David.
Yeah. Hello, Dr. Roberts. Is this Detective Lacey returning? Oh, certainly.
David Keeler, please. Christine Cagney calling?
Uh-huh. I understand.
No. Just tell him hold the Poconos. How about the Berkshires?
How do you spell that, sir?
Yeah, that's it. Thanks.
All right, Doctor, yes. Absolutely. Thank you. Bye-bye now. It seems that Dr. Roberts uses certain unorthodox techniques, which he fears would be misunderstood, were his videotapes to be made public. So he came across with 4 names of patients, and you will never guess who one of them is.
Stacy Carlisle.
Berkshires, huh?
I don't think David and I are close enough for the Poconos.
That bigamy thing was a big misunderstanding.
We didn't say it wasn't, Mr. Carlisle.
Well, I forgot about Marilyn. It was easy to forget about her. I thought we were divorced. Lawyers will screw you up worse than shrinks.
You know what, Dr. Saunders?
That quack? Well, Marilyn and I were always arguing, so we went to see him. And in almost no time at all, he had us arguing about him.
How about a Dr. Roberts?
Well, Saunders referred us to Roberts. We were having other kinds of problems, too. When a relationship goes bad, it really goes bad.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Oh, no. It's too hot to go with all of that stuff. What do you think about this, Dr. Roberts?
Well, it's like a little club. They figure they got a live one, so they pass you around like a hat. Only instead of putting money in, they take money out. The only one who was any good was this past lives therapist.
Past lives, sir?
Oh, believe me, I was skeptical, too. But at that point, I was willing to try anything. See, who you were in your prior life could be the root cause of your problems today. That's when we realized how hopeless it was.
What was?
Our relationship. When I first saw Marilyn, she was in Marie Antoinette's court. She was a princess, and I was some poor schlub selling stale rose by the guillotine. We've been mismatched for centuries.
Mr. Carlisle, getting back to the present day, what were you doing this last weekend?
I was at a marathon encounter group.
Can anybody verify that?
Sure, Dr. Roberts. He was running it.
I thought you didn't like Dr. Roberts.
I'd already paid for my sessions.
Too much head shrinking, Mary Beth. That man must wear his hat on his shoulders.
How about Atlantic City? Harvey's been bugging me to go there for months. I got a brochure at home. I could bring you there. International cuisine, casinos.
Dave's not much on gambling.
Going out with you, isn't he?
Almost funny, Mary Beth.
I'll check with Roberts on the Carlisle alibi, right?
Cagney got some messages for you. David Keeler called. He said the Berkshires are trite. Nothing for you.
Trite? What do you think the Poconos are, original?
Called back a little while later. He said that he picked you up here. He's got some good news.
Say what time?
How should I know? Victor. Park Avenue homicide.
Dartman.
Yeah, the widow just called.
Think she's got another question about your upper body workout?
Conversations comfort the victim, Marcus. It's basic police work.
Dr. Roberts, please. No. No, there is no need to beef him. Thank you very much. I'll try him tomorrow. Thank you. Why is it that people with English accents talk so much better than we do?
Well, they've had hundreds of years more practice. Oh, Sergeant, for you, it's free.
David Keeler, please. Do you know if he's coming back? No, that's all right. I'll call him home. Thank you. Now he's out of the office.
Wish me luck, Christine. I'm cooking dinner in the microwave oven tonight.
What are you making?
Instant everything.
Yeah, I got one. I use it all the time.
That accounts for the brain damage. David's machine. Christine, wait a minute, Robert. Let me call my machine.
I called Dr. Roberts, but I got his service.
Figures.
So I'll try him again tomorrow, the first thing, okay?
Yeah.
2 weeks late.
Terrific. His secretary leaves a message that I should call if I'm going back home before I come here. His secretary is talking to my machine. Maybe the two of them could go away for the weekend. What do we do before we hit answering machines?
Called back. You going home?
No. David's coming here to pick me up.
The White Knight was coming here.
You must have left my keys in the locker room. Give David my best.
Okay, bye. Victor, don't you have some bimbo waiting for you?
Oh, I wouldn't miss this for the world. To see Mr. Wright up close, I want to see what it takes to get your motor running.
Trust me, Victor, you don't have the tools. Don't you have some work to do?
Thanks for reminding me. Mrs. Dartman, please. Detective Isbecki returning a call. Who's this, the answering service? Hey, Donald. You have a terrific accent. Here. Thanks a lot. Something about a chick with an English accent that really turns me on.
I'm sure the Queen would be glad to hear that. Hi. Hi.
This is warm. This is what life is all about.
I've been trying to call you.
Me too.
That's your type, huh, Cagney?
So what's the good news?
Got the Stratford Arms for 4 days instead of 3.
Oh, that's great news.
Extra day makes it a real vacation.
Extra day? I can't take an extra day.
You said you had some vacation days, too. Come on, we'll talk about it on the way home.
Well, that's why I was trying to call you. I have all these DD5s I have to do, and they're due tonight.
Well, call me when you get off. We'll have a late night pizza.
Will do. Bye.
Now I know what I've been doing wrong. Gotta get my nails buffed.
Buff this is Becky.
What'd you know? They were in my purse the whole time. What are you doing here? Did you forget something?
No.
Is David waiting for you?
David is waiting for meaning, Mary Beth, and some sort of depth to emerge out of what was beforehand a perfectly sensible, highly sexual, healthy relationship between two normal people who are now going to hole up for 4 days out in the middle of nowhere.
I thought it was 3.
So did I. He got a new reservation with an extra day tacked on. I don't want an extra day, Mary Beth. You can't believe the look in his eyes.
He cares for you, Christine.
I know he cares for me, Mary Beth, and I care for him. But there's no reason to drag me out in the middle of the boondocks and suck on my soul.
Chris, what is it you want?
I want everything to stay the same. He's just making this whole thing too important.
Well, don't go then. Tell him no.
I can't do that. He's so excited about going to the country, and he can't wait to show me his new plaid shirt and suspenders.
It could turn out to be a lot of fun.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, maybe. What? We're not painting white picket fences here, are we? We're not getting married. We're just going away for 4 days.
Exactly.
But why?
Chris, I gotta go. See, if I could get home soon with a new microwave, I could freshen up for dinner for Harvey.
Sure. I'm sorry, Ruth. You go ahead. You don't know where you stand these days with men, Mary Beth. That's the thing. See, you sleep now, ask questions later.
Christine.
Well, it's fine for you. Yeah, you and Harvey, you had a courtship. You had a heart-shaped bed, for God's sake.
The tub was heart-shaped. The bed had pink sheets.
Whatever. At least you knew where you were.
We still do. You know, sometimes thinking gets in the way, Chris. I'll see you tomorrow.
Okay. If I get a heart-shaped tub, I'll puke.
Brought to you by the miracle of modern science in 1 hour and 14 minutes. Ta-da!
Boy, am I starved. Let's eat.
What is it?
It's a turkey.
What happened to it?
It got cooked. I had to cut the legs off to fit in the machine.
It looks sick.
Oh, it's worse than sick. It's dead.
Hey,
It's not cooked.
sure it is. Hey. Honey, it's delicious. It's the sweetest turkey I ever tasted in my life.
Where's the crispy part?
There is no crispy part when you make it in a microwave, Michael.
The crispy part is my favorite.
Mine too.
It's healthier for you this way.
I don't want nuked turkey.
Me either.
You know, you guys could at least have given it a shot. I'm sorry.
No, they're right. They could play basketball with that turkey.
Maybe I was wrong about the microwave. I won't push it. I just thought you wanted.
I did.
Forget it.
No. No. I'll get used to it. We will use it. We will use it, Harvey, to make our life better somehow.
Like?
Like at night. When we want to make cocoa, it can make cocoa in 47 seconds.
What will we do with the extra time?
We'll think of something.
The Weather Bureau tells us we'll be hitting more record-breaking temperatures again today. That's the bad news. But the real bad news is we'll be doing it all over again tomorrow.
Did you reach Mrs. Dartman? She's still leaving messages. I called her last night, but she wasn't home. She's not exactly a grieving widow, you know.
Either of you heard from Mary Beth?
No. Is everything all right?
Well, she's usually up this late without calling in.
Did you try her at home?
Well, what a good idea, Victor. Why didn't I think of that?
Hey, whoa, what do we have here? Do I sense a long weekend, Cagney?
No, I'm running away from home.
You get $10 for a quick little look-see.
Victor, just back off, all right? You're drooling on my leather.
Come on, I just want to see what Mr. Buff Nails has to look forward to. I figure you for black lace. What do you think, Marcus?
I think it's none of our business.
Thank you, Peter.
$20, my last offer.
You're too hot already, Victor.
Another burglary on Park Avenue.
Oh, having a thieves convention there? Has Lacey called?
No. Maybe this heat's made the baby sick. She could be at the doctor.
No, I called her house. Muriel was there. Said she left at the normal time. Sergeant Cagney, 14. Christine! Mary Beth, where you been? I can't hear you. Are you all right?
Christine, I would wish the morning I had this morning on my worst enemy. 3 buses passed me by. They were so full.
Becky, touch that or we'll cut your hands off.
When I did get a bus...
I'm sorry, Mary Beth, what were you saying?
When I did get a bus, we're jammed in there like sardines and we're starting to smell like it too because the air conditioning doesn't work.
It's Becky!
So then I finally get to the subway. And I got even a strap to hang on to, and you never guess what happened. Are you listening to this?
Every word.
Lousy train breaks down. We're 45 minutes under the East River.
Now, are you coming in?
Oh, yeah. Don't think I came all this way for nothing.
Good. There's been another burglary.
Don't tell me. A doctor.
Vernon, 1585 Park, apartment 11B.
All right, I'll grab a bus and meet you there. You chalk me in, all right?
Yeah. Mary Beth, maybe you ought to walk.
My luck today, I get run over by a cab.
Eat your heart out. Sergeant Cagney, 14.
Uh-oh, hold everything. I'm out of breath mints. First rule in the singles handbook, you never know. I'll meet you upstairs.
I had these fabulous antique watches. I just got back in town this morning to find the entire collection gone.
You wouldn't have known Stacy Carlisle.
Well, yes, he's a client of mine. You have a very ancient face. I mean, like a Flemish peasant woman. Have you ever been Dutch?
Shouldn't we wait for Victor?
Oh, trust me, I'll fill him in.
Now, what is it that you wanted to tell us?
Well, when I told you my husband and I were away for the weekend, that was only partially true.
Uh-huh.
You see, we were away, but we were away separately. Walter and I haven't exactly been getting along.
But, he came back.
Oh, probably to check up on me. Walter was extremely jealous, very possessive. He always thought I was cheating on him.
And were you?
Not always.
Victor?
Lacey, what are you doing here?
Don't tell me the homicide.
Yeah, and you?
Another burglary. Christine's upstairs already.
So's Marcus.
Oh, thank you. It's the first good thing that happened to me all day.
Enough for you.
11, please.
You care for a mint?
No, thanks. My mother always told me never take candy from strange men. It's a joke, Victor.
Oh, yeah. Very funny. Oh. Come on.
Don't break it, Victor. I don't think that's gonna do any good.
I hate these damn things.
Yes? Oh, just a moment. It's the doorman for you.
Hello, this is Detective Petrie. Oh my God. Yes, I'll be right down. Excuse me, ma'am. My partner is stuck in the elevator.
Bring him back up when he's free.
What is wrong with the elevators?
Chris?
Marcus,
What are you doing here? We're here on a case. Victor's stuck in an elevator.
You're kidding. There's a lady cop stuck in there, too.
Detective Lacey?
How would I know? Don't you guys talk to each other? It's stuck between floors.
Well, why is it stuck?
That power surge jammed something.
So how long do you think it'll take to fix?
Last time it was an all-nighter.
The phone is dead.
Leaving Karma.
Like what?
Like if I didn't stop and buy those breath mints, I wouldn't be here right now.
I call that hindsight.
It's like enough of it in here.
Why don't you relax and take it easy, please?
How much air do you think we got?
Plenty. If you don't use it all up prowling around, why don't you sit down?
You know, if I lift that panel off, I bet you we can climb out of here.
Not me, Victor. We're 8 stories up. Victor. 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 Sit down. Would you all please just back
Nothing
up?
to see,
Clear
people.
the
Nothing
area.
to see. Thank you.
Very much.
Hope Victor's okay in there.
Oh, he's fine. Big boy.
He's claustrophobic.
This weekend's jinxed.
You mind if I take off my shirt?
Hell, I'll take mine off, too, if it'll help you relax. I'm joking, Victor. Please calm down.
I can't stand being trapped in here.
Victor, there's probably all sorts of people who are working very hard right now. To get us out of here, we have to be patient, Victor.
The last time it was this hot is when you were trapped in that boxcar, remember? It's like this hot weather karma. Every time it gets over 90 degrees, you gotta get trapped.
You seen any good movies lately, Victor? Anything with Clint Eastwood?
Yeah, sure. Yeah. I saw one where he hit these guys with axe handles.
Yeah?
Oh, yeah, it's real good. Real good. Kind of like Shane.
Oh, Shane, that's a heck of a movie. That was a movie, wasn't it? That's one of Harvey's all-time favorite movies.
Yeah, Shane was great. A man by himself in a wilderness standing alone.
I have always admired that about you, men. Brave and stoic and never getting rattled.
Yeah, Shane was the best. My mother took me to see Shane when I was 9 years old. Victor, she said, that's you up there. Oh, God, it's tight in here. Was it tight like this back in that boxcar?
You miss your mom, don't you, Victor?
Yeah, I really do. I do. You know, I owe you for covering for me back then.
Victor, we did what we thought was right.
You know, you're responsible for my life now. And it's kind of like a karma thing. Didn't you see the Black Stallion? Oh, don't worry. I'll make you proud.
What is it that you miss about your mom, Victor?
Oh, those knit shirts she used to buy me. Yeah, well, now that she's gone, she won't buy them for me anymore. Yeah, well, that funny kind of pattern, that diamond pattern. I don't know what you call them. It was, oh, I just can't think.
Argyle.
Argyle, right. Yeah, hated him. I really hated him. But I remember standing in that returning line, thinking about my ma. Every Christmas, every birthday. No one will ever love you like your mother.
Did she tell you that?
Yeah. Why?
It's not true.
Mary Beth! Chris? Hey! When are they going to get this thing moving?
You want to get out of the way? It's dangerous here.
Tell me something.
Hey, come on!
Pretty soon, some kind of cable feed is jammed. You okay?
Fine, we are fine. Don't worry about us.
Victor! Oh, fine. Absolutely fine.
Yeah.
Basil, it was a tragic day for the male of the species.
The world has never been the same since, you know that?
Well, who's Bobby Riggs?
Bobby Riggs was an old tennis pro who back in 1973 had it about up to here with the female uproar.
She's out in the field.
73. I was only 11 in 73. You're trying to depress me. So when did Billie Jean finally take us up on it?
It was a great match, wasn't it? She shut that loud mouth right up.
Must be hotter than hell in that elevator.
I'll be hearing about sweat stains for months.
Hey, you on your lunch break or something? We don't have all day here. What?
Try to keep holding my hand. Hold tight here. That's it. In and out. Keep breathing. In and out. And in and out. That's very good, Victor.
Like as if I was having a baby, right?
That's right, Victor. Keep breathing. There's nothing wrong with being claustrophobic. Yeah.
When this guy was holding you hostage, did this breathing thing work for you?
Why don't you close your eyes, Victor, and take nice, deep breaths and blow it all out.
Can't keep my eyes shut.
That's it.
The wall's coming in.
No. Tell me about this the case you're on, Victor, this homicide,
Yeah. Speaking about bad karma, this guy wasn't even supposed to be home.
Breathe, Victor. He wasn't?
No, we're supposed to be out on some psychiatrist convention.
Was he a psychiatrist?
Yeah, some kind of shrink. He and his wife were supposed to be out of town.
Are you sure?
Sure, I'm sure. I checked it with his answering service. At first, the chick didn't want to give me any information. But I got her to verify it. Oh, you know how the English are.
Just keep your eyes closed and think of wide open spaces.
A great accent. Sexy as hell. If her body's anything like her accent, I wouldn't mind giving her a message.
Just keep breathing, Victor, in and out. In. Out. English, huh?
Claudia calls the personnel department every month in a different phony voice and asks if any sergeants have retired.
I know sweating the list is tough.
And Victor's always got the latest good news. The sergeant in the 4-7 who had a heart attack, one in the harbor squad who drowned.
It'll happen, Marcus. Maybe in a few months. You'll be a good sergeant, too.
Okay, honey, it's almost finished. Your friends will be free in a couple of minutes.
All right.
Hey, are you all right? We are fine. Hot.
Watch it. Oh, bet you know more about six guns and bimbos than you ever thought possible. Here, sit down. Let me take this stuff.
Actually, I think that Victor figured this thing out.
What thing? Who? What?
Your homicide or burglaries.
Wait a minute, there's a connection?
And he figured it out?
What is it?
What is the one thing that all these psychiatrists have in common?
They're rich.
But besides that, they all have the same answering service, right, Victor? The woman with the English accent. Isn't that right? See, it's when the doctors left town for the weekend, they all notified their service. And then what you figure? Oh, right. That's how the bad guys knew that the apartments would be empty, so that they could break in uninterrupted.
What does this have to do with your homicide?
Well, Victor figures that their psychiatrist, what's his name? Dartman told the service he'd be gone, so he was on the list to get robbed.
And he came home before he was supposed to.
And the brokers panicked and killed him.
Good work, Victor!
Oh, it's a shared collar. Couldn't have done it without you.
Thank you.
You all right?
Come on, to the desk. Let's go.
So much for your sexy English accent.
Chris!
Oh, David, I'm sorry I'm late. We missed our reservation. Did we lose the place?
Not at all. I guaranteed the 4 days.
Uh-huh.
Come on, let's go.
I've got paperwork.
Oh, don't worry about that. It's Becky will take care of that.
But it's long, 3 hours to Binghamton.
Binghamton, you save a lot of time if you take the Taconic Parkway instead of the Thruway. Go. Go.
Wait a minute. I want to get something straight about this trip. I don't want to spend the time analyzing our relationship.
All right.
We're discussing anything meaningful. The deepest thing I want to get into is a bathtub.
That's fine by me.
Sleep, sex, bird watching, all okay.
Sounds like the weekend I had planned. Want to shake on it?
No tricks.
Ooh.